Hi guys, happy Wednesday. What's up, y'all? How you doing? Here we are, happy summer solstice, longest day of the year, right? Oh boy, I needed the sunshine. I need all the sunshine we can get. The I'm really excited for today. I have to say that I have been getting so many messages, which is a testament to you guys. So, thank you so much for being here, participating in my channel. I'm so excited to share this and for you to receive. So, thank you so much for coming in. As you come in, give me a like, right? Give me a like, subscribe. You know, you can ring the bell, you can be notified when I go live. Most of you know I go live pretty much for every reading. It's just how I do it. It's just how I roll. And actually, you can always come back. So you can mark it and come back. But yes, I go live every Wednesday, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. And then I come back and potentially go live here and there. So if you come on in, go ahead and give me a like. But here we go. We've got the the porpoise coming in today. Now, when I'm going to share some things, and I'm also going to be like potentially connecting dots as I'm speaking to you because it's like, I don't know about you guys, but I've had a lot happen in the last couple days. A lot of things kind of come up. It's reminding me back when I was talking about, I did a yearly message, and as I was getting ready for today, it popped up, and I'm being reminded that June, the word for June that we talked about last December, was actually discovery. So, have you made it some sort of discovery? And also, don't forget, we also had this very ominous pop goes the weasel. So, something has been a surprise, a discovery, and I feel that many of you have made this discovery, or something has just risen to the top very unexpectedly, but feeling miraculous. And the reason I'm saying that is because this new moon has come in, I have been getting so many different kinds of energies, and it's all related to the porpoise. Okay. So let's talk about the porpoise real quick. We're going to do an activation. This is the collective message. Okay. And then we're going to break it down. So, first of all, right when I settled into the energies of this new moon in Gemini, which is really coming up this black and white and the shades of gray in between, which is so fabulous, I think, for a lot of things that we're going through. I was sitting down and I was getting these messages about integrating into your authentic nature and coming into balance and collaboration, right? So collectively, this all of a sudden, I just had these things bouncing in. I had The Lord of the Flies, which is the book I still haven't started, but I got it and I'm going to read it because I already thought I would started it. That's the thing. And then pop goes the weasel. Something very unexpected rose in my life, and it really took me for a loop. So let me know in the comments if you're experiencing that as well. Um, anyway, so I got Lord of the Flies, Peter Pan. I was remembering, and then I was getting these Abe Lincoln vibes, and this fairy and giant story that's come in my awakening about how there's this betrayal, but it's a love story. How betrayal comes truth, about the coming together of a fairy and a giant. Okay, so this was all kind of going on, and then I was getting Tinker Bell and Peter Pan, fairy giant, right? I talk about Peter Pan chasing his shadows, playing with his shadows. Then I got the Lost Boys. Then I heard Azrael. And then I heard it's all made up. It's all made up. So why not make up your own story? Okay, this was all coming in as this new moon in Gemini came to be, and I was settling into this is right after I had gotten um, the. Actually, hold on a second. Forgive me. I thought I had it on here. Hold on just one moment. I'm like, where did I write the channeled message? I'm so sorry. I'm in my notes. I'm like, it should be right here. Okay, well, let's just keep going because it could be over here. Okay, I don't know. I did have a channeled message and I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? Forgive me, you guys. I wrote it here. See, I'm so scatterbrained. Give me a like if you're feeling it too. No, it's like it's just like all these different things kind of happening at once and they seem all interrelated and yet we don't know how. Okay, is that making any sense? So anyway, so I had all this going on, then all of a sudden in my mind's eye, I was like, stop the madness, which really brought back a very powerful memory for me about how these thoughts, how the thought processes can get you going. And you're just like, what are you doing? Okay. So it came to that. Then I swear to God, this is truly what I'm trying to show you. Then I wrote down this hook and I was like, what is this? Now, I'm not really good at all the different, um, um, I'm learning, okay? But it happens to be the hook, and I was getting hook in Peter Pan, the hook with Saturn. And I have to tell you, I was very surprised to see that Saturn was in retrograde. I didn't even know. So here we are at a very, what does this all mean? It just means that there is more happening and it's a very auspicious time to really be able to dive down deep in, and to go into another zone, so to speak, and to deal with the things that have you hooked. Okay, the things that have you hooked. And as I'm saying that, I'm also getting like the latch hook and how you can create a tapestry. So there's this art craft where you take the hook and you latch the yarn in, which is so amazing because in my class, we started a class. Shout out to my newest students. I'm so excited to work with Tanya and Whitney. Thanks, you guys. We've had our first round of classes, actually, our second round of classes for the Rainbow Bridge program. And I have to tell you that we were talking about subconscious scripts and how we're unraveling and creating a ball of yarn. So here we go. It's all connecting. And as I'm speaking, it's like, whoa. So I just want to show you something because I thought it was very, very important for the collective message, building off of last week, building off what we talked about and what we learned about through the oracle last week with the hair, right? And so there was this message, and this might resonate more with you that chose it. But as soon as I was going through all this, I heard the Saturn with the ring around the clock. And so I wrote this down. The hook is actually the mat you, and it's like, here's the ring with the moon and the sun and you in the middle. Hi, Diane. Hi, I really need this today. Very depressed, almost to the point of thinking about taking my life. I think it's these very dark trickster energies. I thought of that on my spirit. Okay, yes, we are going to give you some healing, my love. Don't allow those energies. Of course, we're always going for a few years. Yes, okay. It can be intense. I understand. And as I'm saying that, like pop goes the weasel, I was on one end of the situation, and then there was another person who I don't want to say, but it's somebody very close to me on the other end. And it's like two different ways of going through the energy, but at the same point in time, they're interconnected. And believe it or not, I've got goosebumps. And as I'm saying this, a huge healing at hand for both. And that is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the things that have you hooked and the cipher, how we can rebuild and how two hearts can be built. Okay. So this is kind of like where we're starting today. Where we're starting today is kind of like a build off of where we left off. And what's really interesting is we have the number 7 coming in so much. So with the porpoise, as we move into the porpoise, okay, this is the channeled message. You have arrived. Okay, hold on. First of all, this message is brought from Archangel Jophiel is come back in for animal wisdom this week. So that means we're really focused on Archangel Jophiel really talks about the solar plexus to me, stepping into the magic. And we have this overall theme with the number 7 this week. You're going to see it all threaded throughout the oracle today. It's all about not only lucky number 7, not only am I hearing prime, in your prime, okay, is what I'm hearing. And then as I'm saying that, I'm getting all these messages. Okay, this is totally related to pile number 3. Okay, because that's a movie that came in. So, wow. So we've got the number 7, and we're talking about authenticity, stepping into your true voice. And this happens in so many different ways for all of us, right? So the energy is collectively here affecting all of us, but it's happening in many different ways. So today you can have multiple messages, but let's go ahead and dive into the channeled message from Archangel Jophiel about the porpoise. Okay, the porpoise is in the group of the whales. So dolphins and whales and orcas, and they're all in the same family, but they all are a little bit different, right? And the porpoise is very different from the dolphin. So first of all, here's the message: you have arrived, ready to dive, deep in sleep, bursting at the seams. How about those dreams? Not the goal to score. This is more. A life realized without compromise. To see with your own eyes. Feel the love, smell the roses, touch your noses. Taste that excite and delight. Then, so that's the channeled message. And then I heard Atlantic, Atlantis, the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. There was a sensation of being, I felt a sensation in the back of my head, and I wrote down the well of dreams, and in my left rib area, and I heard return to sender, Elvis, address unknown. Then I wrote down post-it note, note it, make a plan, take a stand. And then I wrote down Saturn retrograde, the hook. Wow. Create. Okay, so that is the channeled message that's brought forward from the porpoise. And I have to tell you, it's very deep. Okay, it's very, very deep. I want to put this so I need to grab it. Okay, then like I said, I've had all this energy. And so I've been coming into my room. I think I'm going to get ready for one thing, and then something else pops up. I have some unexpected sacred work that's coming up. And hey, that happens. Okay. And that's okay. We just follow our instincts. But I was sitting here actually a few days ago, and all of a sudden, these astro cards, all this happened, I pulled them out and I started looking at all these symbols. Okay, I started looking at all these symbols, and I started getting some messages about the symbols, and it all started with that Saturn symbol. So I thought that was really interesting. And as that happened, all of a sudden my hand flew and some cards fell off. Okay, they fell off my pile, and I've got these cards everywhere, right? But what's really interesting is what was left on top. And Spirit told me, the angels told me, that this is where we're starting today. So we're going to do a collective message. It's a little bit different today. We're actually going to do a small collective oracle here at the beginning, and we're going to go backwards. We're going from the bottom up. Okay? And so, Diane, this is making me think about you actually as we go from the bottom up, because this card is where we're going to start. There's a shift. And it's all about balance and collaboration with this shift, okay? And this shift is taking us where? To this hearth, this structure where we have this internal flame. Just, I want you to really look at this card, okay? And it's like we have this internal flame burning, and it's being highlighted, and it's levitated. And look at the rainbow. Like, look at, it's like upside down, and then right here, and it's like as below, so above. And this flame is heading in the north, and then this structure is brought in. So we've got the number of Vestiva. We're talking hearth. When I saw this symbol, I immediately thought of the stag. And that made me think of energies, of pulling energies down and fueling the flame. And it made me think of Olympian. Olympian. Okay. So let's go ahead and start here collectively. Because if we say Olympian, and we've got a shift at hand, it really kind of lets you know that there is a challenge, right? There's a challenge in front of you. But it's like when you think of Olympians, it's like, wow, they take that challenge and they become the best. And it's all about passing this torch, okay? So this is what I'm feeling about all of this. And I really love that I just noticed in the book because I was going backwards. I really love that then we talk about the south node and the north node, and this is really coming in with this energy of Gemini, the black and the white, the bipolar, if you will. Okay, so we're just in the collective message, guys. I'll timestamp all the piles, but this is a really beautiful message about where we're starting collectively. We're starting at the hearth. The Vesta calls to your hearth fire to share yourself for the benefit of all, but still have enough energy to live healthfully, and give again another day. And this is what we were just talking about. Finding a way to step into your authenticity, the number 7 coming forward. As within, so above. As without, so below, right? So this is really coming up very, very strong. The second and the brightest asteroid. I'm like, what is Vesta? Let's find out together. It's the second and largest, brightest asteroid between Jupiter and Mars. Was named after Vesta, the oldest goddess of hearth, home, and family, the center of a strong community. The fire in her temple was never allowed to go out, and the fire in the hearth of every home was sacred to her. She did not get involved in politics or the misadventures of the other gods. So this is really talking about it's really hitting home for me, okay? So let's look at the challenge at hand. Vesta warns you to share yourself rather than to sacrifice yourself. Your hard work at holding the situation together may be ignored or taken for granted unless you know your own worth. Wow, this is speaking to me so loudly. Here's the gift. Find your temple within, the place of quiet safety where you can tend to the fire and carry this sacred temple within you always. And so this is what the angels really wanted us to bring at the forefront. This collective message is for the next 30 days. Yes, we will have more energies coming in weekly. You know, the animal wisdom comes in, but on the new moons, they tend to share the angels well, there's lots here. The angels, the ancestors are here huge. The crystals are here, the animals. So the shaman is here. The shaman is here, and what we're talking about is holding your own worth, your own flame at the center point, which is in our heart, so that you can sparkle and dazzle from below and above, and you can ride above all this stormy weather. It's all about increasing your vibration, okay? And so this is really where we're going, and it's coming from the bottom up, okay? So next card we have is Jupiter. Look at that. We were just talking about how Vesta is the asteroid in between Mars and Jupiter is all about the blessings. I definitely see the number 4 here talking about this structure. And look at this, you guys. Look at number 32, number 23, this mirrored image, this reflection of how we feel inside in the gifts and in the healing that we're going to be manifesting. Okay, because look at all these blessings here from Jupiter, which is, this big gas planet, right? This is so beautiful. And it's talking about, look at like this hook, taking the hook into this new structure. This is what I'm seeing. Okay. Now let's go ahead and keep going because we're supposed to do 7 cards for you collectively. That's the second one. Bringing many people into their mission is what I'm hearing. We've got Mercury, lots of messages, of course, coming in today to give you the healing, to rise through the caduceus, to see the difference of the horns. The horns is what I'm seeing here as I'm looking at this shape. As we see things go full circle, we're eventually going to see the horns of the situation. And when I'm seeing that, it's kind of interesting. This disc, okay, is what I'm seeing here. And it's like, this is that duality. This is where I'm feeling that Gemini from the left and the right. And it's like how the pendulum swings, right? And how things get wrapped up before they untangle. So I love how this is all coming in together, and really a special message about how we can let spirit guide us, knowing that spirit is here to bring us in this collaboration, okay? And that our angels, and what's so interesting, the energies, whether they're good or bad, they're causing the healing at hand, and that's what we really need to see. So here we have what we consider the good and bad energies, and those are what bring you into your mission, is what I'm hearing. It's all about what's in the middle, in the center point. It's all about what's in the middle. And that's what I'm getting, is you, is me, is us, the collective. So it's not really about the left and the right and the wrap around and the up and the down. It's all about bringing it full circle, okay? The disc, the spin, I'm getting the chakras, okay? When I think of disc, so it's all about how is this affecting our communication system, okay? That is what the healing is at hand. That's what these messages are about. Oh, thank you, Spirit. It's so beautiful. Okay, yes. As we look at the 20, and we've definitely got right away the number 30, the ending, the cycle ending, if we so choose it, if we allow spirit to lead us to the mask, the uncovering of something that we did not know. Pop goes the weasel, seeing things in a different way. And as I'm saying that, I'm getting a thought of seeing things not in your mind, not with your mind, but with your heart. Seeing a perspective of how this can allow you to grow in spite of this energy. Okay, because this energy is of Athena. And when I'm looking at this energy, and when I'm looking at this diamond, the diamond in the rough, right, is what I'm getting here. And it's like the olive branch. Okay, look at this, the olive branch. That is so funny because I actually had an insight to use. You're gonna see it because I think I'm gonna actually do it. So be watch for actually a really fun oracle using my food truck called the olive branch. But as I'm seeing the olive branch and I'm thinking about the olive branch, and it's like the pits of the olives, right? But it's funny because on our truck we serve ours with no pits. And it's just like, it's all what I'm seeing here. You say tomato, I say tomato. You say potato, I say potato. It's all about perspective. And will you allow yourself to see things in a different way? There's also this element here as I'm talking to you about, this has been a cycle. It's been about running the bases. It's about striking out. It's about getting on base and then getting called out. So this is really coming in so many different ways. But more than anything, this is an ending of a cycle. So we're getting put on our mission and we're getting thrown into balance by spirit, but it's all about collaborating with these energies and allowing this cycle to end. And as we say that, look what's next. Wow. What is the true healing at hand? And this is the number 9. We're talking about the healing, collaborating with the 7, which is being highlighted today, collaborating with these 7 messages. We've got the Pluto here. We've got the rebirth. We've got the pop goes the weasel, the thing you didn't expect, something that was frozen that now has thawed and come to the surface. And it's like, whoa, something that's gone full circle. But look, you're being held, you're being cradled. Okay. And so it's all about, and I've been getting this definitely. Okay. Look at that's number one, number two, number three, number four. That's the fifth message. So the shift at hand is this collaboration with the magic, really getting out of our head and really allowing us to fuel that fire and knowing that, hey, this is time. Pluto, it has taken a long time for many of you for this energy to come. And so this is why it's really hard to believe that we can be in this hearth and be protected when some of you still feel like you're here down in the clouds. But that's what I'm trying to show you. And that's what Spirit is trying to show you cosmically. There are energies that are coming in. And now is exactly that time. As we were looking at that, I'm seeing that caduceus. Okay, let's go back for a moment. You see that how the caduceus here is golden? Okay, but it's like, look it, for a long time, it wasn't. It had all this energy around it, and some of it even getting stuck and stuck in patterns. And it took a real long time for it to come. But it's like I'm seeing this center point as the center point of this caduceus, which is alchemized, So the question at hand, my friends, is will you collaborate with the magic? Will you collaborate with the magic? Even in retrograde, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even, I mean, these cards can be so perfect. I just literally grabbed them and went with it. Look at this. Will you be in one with the shift? Will you allow the retrogrades, the pullback, the falling into a little bit of the darkness, or maybe up into the light, knowing that it takes both to create the hearth, knowing that most likely your biggest blessing is the lessons that you learned not in the light, but in the dark. That's what's coming up for me. Okay? For you, for me, for all of us. And how can we stay centered? And how can we walk knowing that the labyrinth will change? I'm getting Gryffindor, how you walk, and it's like you just walk, and it's like, oh, you could be like, oh my God, everything is changing, and you could judge that, right? You could turn around and judge that, or you could just keep walking the path and knowing that the stairs that are meant for you will show up when they're meant for you. And if they raise, so we raise. And if they go down, so we go down. It's all about allowing the energy to lead you, right? This is about the integrated process. This is the prescription at hand to be at one with the shift and to integrate these energies, retrograde or not. And then here's the seventh card, reminding us that it's all about divine timing. It's all about our progression, that we align. When we align to the shift and we integrate, we then do what? As we tick tock on the clock, which goes back to the energy of hook. Hook, look at that. We go back to where we started. Tick tock, and really how that became, if you think about Hook, he was so scared of that crocodile with the clock in its belly. And how many of us are tick-tock, not feeling patient, maybe pushing the time, feeling, I'll be honest and say I'm feeling it sometimes, but I'm learning to come back around more and more to remember it's not so much about the tick-tock on the clock. It's more about where we are collectively and about the progressions and then the mountains that we climb together. And it's more about understanding that we're in this together. Okay, so the time here, it's just about 10. Look at that. It's 20 to 10, 20 minutes to 10 on this clock. And what do we say? We're just here finishing this cycle. So know that this is part of it. and this is pointing right here. It's like, look at, we've got, and this is what I'm seeing it. This is the feminine energy, and she's climbed all through these things, and now it's like I'm seeing the masculine here on the right side of the clock. Okay, the right is the masculine, the left is the feminine, and it's like when I'm looking at this, it's like it's time to pass off and to take actions into our authenticity. So look at that. We align with where we started. And where did we start? The fire within. It all starts within. Okay? So I love that collective message. Thank you so much to the angels for having me share that. I think that was beautiful. Let's go ahead and move into today's oracle with the porpoise. Such a beautiful message. I really hope that you tuned into that. This is going to be really fun. I could tell. I was a little nervous, but I'm not, before I started getting into the cards for you guys. But of course, my angels were so beautiful at leading me through that I started to see everything come together. So we're going to start right now at 30:51. Actually, 30:51 on the clock. 30:59. I'm going to have to write 30:40. Okay. We have the harbor porpoise front and center. We've got the green on the green. I knew for sure we were going to be talking about the heart chakra for those of you that chose pile number 1. And that's because, not just because of the green color of the number, okay, which really kind of gives us a little insight. Gives me a little insight when the angels do that. They pick these colors for you. So they pick the color green for you. So when I'm thinking about that, but the harbor porpoise is actually the porpoise that is around England. So I knew that we were kind of talking about this heart chakra. And what's interesting when I'm saying that is I really knew that we're in the water and these it's connecting to these underground volcanoes around the UK and really kind of showing that, it's really kind of this trickster energy and we need to stay grounded and we need to look more at the as I'm talking about the heart chakra of the world, okay? It's like it's authentically in the Atlas Mountains is what the angels tell me. So just right here, we see this juxtaposition between what many believe and now what I'm sharing. And it doesn't mean you have to follow your own guidance, right? But now it can take you back to your angels and guides and say, why does this matter? Because as happens for one, happens for all, is what I'm trying to share with you. And if Mother Earth's authenticity is off, wouldn't that really show and allow us to understand that that's why, in a lot of ways, ours are off, collectively speaking? Okay? So as we settle into this, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the energy for your pile number 1. I'm going to actually pull down today. Hopefully you can see this really good. Okay? This is for pile number 4. Here we go, pile number 1. We're going to start with the moon dice. We're going to hang down here a little bit today because we've got a lot of different patterns, and I want to show you because they all have purpose. So when I set into yours, I heard, first of all, well, let's do the moon dice. Okay, let's do the moon dice for pile number 1. What is the energy that this new moon brought in for you? Okay, so looky here. All right, let me pull out my little cheat sheet. Definitely we've got number 8 here. Okay, so usually it talks to me. Usually when I'm talking about this, I'm getting a chakra, but today I'm hearing something different. So let me just kind of settle in. Do you work for the light? The highest light? So normally you give me a chakra here, but is this a chakra? Okay, I just want to confirm. I knew it wasn't. I'm feeling it is the 8th house, and I'm getting it's the house of mystery. I don't even really know. I'm starting to learn, but I don't really know that. But I'm also getting with the 8th house. So let's read about this. The house represents a death and thus transformation. It can mean a death or a birth, as well as inheritance, money, dangers, or debts. Also refers to the occult. I was getting like the color black, and I was feeling the Saturn. Okay, so where in your chart, pile number one, do you have your Saturn? Okay, what's in your eighth house? And as I'm saying that, I think Saturn's in my eighth house. Okay, so that might be what I'm really referring to. But this is definitely coming in. We've got the sign coming forward for you. Look at this, Uranus. Okay, we've got Uranus talking about inspiration, change, chaotic feelings, rebellion, reformation. So we've got transformation and reformation, right? And then here we have Capricorn energy. That one I recognize very well. So hold on a second here. We'll read the little, I always like to read the little clues from the people who made them. Okay. So here we go. Oh, I was just holding this. I believe it's Capricorn energy. Oh, hold on, you guys. Wait a minute. Where is it? Forgive me. Oh, yeah, Capricorn. Controlling, possessiveness, aptitude for business, and barriers between people. So, yeah, I'm right away feeling this. This is definitely coming up. I feel like this is between you and another person, but we're going to get into it, okay? We've got the Wildwood Tarot coming forward for you guys. I was guided only to use this. And look at, we're starting off where we left last week. And this is really important for your oracle today. Okay, so we're on pile number one. We're getting started where we left off. We're going to be doing quite a few things here. Let's leave this here. We're talking about your eighth house. We're talking about Capricorn energy. So you're really fighting in, you're really climbing, you're really trying to go to the heights in this situation. I'm feeling you're really trying to see things. If this is between a person with this hair, we're starting on bottom, so you're really trying to see things from and a higher view, a higher perspective, and this is being encouraged. Okay, now we're going to do something a little bit different today. We're going to be building for you guys. There's no inverses today, by the way. We're going to be building a rainbow. Okay, so I heard authenticity set with the number 7. I heard the 7 chakras and the rainbow, but we're going to be building it in a way horizontally. Okay, so as I'm thinking about that horizontally, this is really kind of talking to me. I'm getting the vision of a sundown. Okay, so let's go ahead, and the very first thing is the Page of Stones, the Lynx energy. You've got a secret. You definitely have a secret to bring up. This is that Pop Goes the Weasel. Something has just come in, and I'm not sure if you're trusting yourself, but I'm getting that you should. Okay, I'm getting that you should. So there's something that's popping up. Let's find out more about it. What's this really about, Spirit? We're going to start in that Earth Star chakra. Look at that. 9 of Bows. Respect. Respect. I definitely feel this. I am feeling this so much, my friends, that this is the barrier. There's this energy between you and another person. And it's like, here's me, I say he. He thinks it's you. She thinks it's him. And what's very interesting is it's the barrier causing the problem between the two. But this is why we're saying the mystery, keep climbing, see things from another point of view. Because at the same point in time, with this reformation and this transformation energy that we're coming up here and about staying centered, okay, so let's put all this together. It's like, and I feel like it affects your home. I definitely feel there's a situation here between you and another person, and it's something close to you. But look this is not that other person. This is the energy in between. Okay? This is the energy in between. The 9 of Bows, respect. Now, this is the healing at hand, okay? This is the healing at hand. Let's see. Wow. I love how this matches what we were just talking about. We were talking about seeing things between this person from the hair, from the point of view of the queen. And what does the queen have? A queen of arrows. So look at this, 9 of bows, but here's the queen of arrows. So it's like, okay, there's a healing in your skill set. There's something that you're learning. This energy popped up to teach you something. And it's like, but the queen of arrows, to put it in that bow, okay, the pullback, I feel there's a pullback happening. And look at, it's all about staying in grace, riding above these emotions. Now we have the porpoise here. The porpoise likes to swim. The harbor porpoise likes to be in harbors. So we're not going deep in the energies, okay? But we are kind of swimming in these energies. We're sifting through these energies. And this is coming up to let you know that it's all about the swan energy for you. Let's sift through the water. I'm hearing sift, sifting. I'm getting a message for maybe one of you, who knows, it's like baking. Does baking make you feel better? Because that sift, I was feeling this sifting. I was feeling this motion, right? And it's like, as I'm doing this, think about this action and how does it apply to you? How can we muddle through an emotion and come back to center? Muddle through and come back. How can we have grace? How can we go ahead and ride through those emotions? Okay. And how can we allow our porpoise to do so? So, pile number one, I'd like to take a moment you feel called, because I was told today that invoking your animal wisdom is a vibrational match. So, just in case it's not a vibrational match for you at this moment, I would like to take a moment. Angels, it is my purest intention, angels of the highest light, it's my purest intention to invoke those for pile number one, their porpoise. To invoke their porpoise for their highest good on all timelines, dimensions, realities. And so this means that you have an ally in the water. So you may not realize it, my grace, but as you ride above those emotions, know that you've got an ally in the water, keeping anything at bay, because things can kind of hide in the water, right? And you're not to be really focused on what's being hidden. It's more about trusting yourself and riding with the emotions, okay? All right. Shuffle again. Now, for your root chakra, look at this. Boredom. Okay? Boredom. Are we not manifesting what we want to manifest? Pile number two, I'm getting a message that it's like we're not manifesting. Nothing's coming to fruition here. Okay? But let's look at hands. Yeah. You think this is what I was getting. Okay. As soon as I looked at this, I saw the space behind. Look at this space behind. We're talking about this, remember, this mystery. Okay. So look at, as you're sitting here bored, okay, and I'm talking about maybe with manifestation is what I'm thinking. Okay. It's like, look, at the same point in time, you're in your mind. How can we get into the green? How can we go into the green, into the shadow? How can we go into the shadow and see things from a different perspective? How can we be like Peter Pan and play with those shadows and arouse ourselves, not feeling so bored that we're not manifesting, but maybe look and see that things are a little bit different than we think? Okay. How can we look into this current structure and have a good attitude, right? And look at this. I'm seeing from last week that symbol of the three in balance, that there's so much more happening. And look at here, number three. Okay. So, number three, talking about that number three in balance, the ingredients, the universe conspiring is what I'm hearing. The green woman. So, this is telling me that there's some ingredients. Like, I'm feeling like, look at, you're riding that wave, you're taking the higher ground, and this is where you've been planted. It's like, okay, I'm accepting, and then it's like, to get into balance, I'm going to create my brew. I'm really feeling I am feeling like you're a chef, a cook, a baker. I'm feeling like something's related here for some of you, not for all of you. For some of you, you're creating your own brew, okay? And when I say that, to manifest here, you've got to put a couple of ingredients, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it's like, you know, all of a sudden we have something that's perfect. And here we have the green woman. She's come up for us before. This is this healing energy. There's a healing energy around you. Okay. And it's like, as I'm looking at these two shapes here, okay, that links that I saw for you, that secret coming up on the right, there's a secret coming up. And it's like, look at with the horns, it's like, this is a time to really pull that energy in. So there's that V again that I was feeling with the hearth. How do we keep ourselves, I can't find it right now. How can we keep that fire burning is to keep honing in on like this stag energy to understand that we're bringing the energy down. Okay. So it's like, look at things in a different perspective. Now we're going to go into what is this that we're trying to create? Look at that. Well, to your North Star, my friends, you're creating the path to your pole star. Wow. One with the magic, creating the vibration of dun, 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 number 8. Okay. Where is this mystery taking you? Well, it's going to cure this boredom, that's for sure. Okay, so how can we use our creativity? How can we look at things in a different light? How can we stop looking at the triggers? I love this energy coming in for what we're talking about. I'm talking about the harbor porpoise. I'm talking about the heart chakra, King Arthur. The I've always shown that the heart chakra is all this inner earth timeline, this King Arthur. I was talking about how there's these volcanic mountains around the UK, talking about the authenticity. I'm feeling it all here. But how can we use the mirror? And when we're doing that, going back to that collective message of the mirrored images of the 32 and the 23, meaning how what we vibrate, what we hold on to is the true mirror and the true reflection of what we pull. So it's like what you have your hand on is a mirrored image of your own worth, of your own worth. And for many of us, feeling like stagnant in this boat, okay, look at that's that energy here. There's that stagnation, and it's like, I want to ride the water. I want to have grace, but it's like, what do we do when we're stagnant? Okay. So there's this energy coming in. So watch your triggers, because sometimes when our energy, it really needs to pull back and rest. It's like, nope, we put our hands on something else, and we kind of get things all amuck again. And with this green on green, okay, is where maybe feeling a little unrooted. We need to, like what I'm saying, what I'm feeling here as I'm talking about your sacral chakra is, it's like we need to kind of pull back and rest and let this new thing that's come out of the water, out of the blue, we need to kind of like let it bypass and rest ourselves before we take any action. This is what I'm feeling here. Okay. So here we go. We've got, I meant to tell you the colors. We've got red. Okay, so red is how you can act right now. Okay. Then we've got the orange. Sorry, I didn't read these earlier. The red, orange. This is all about that creativity and that sacral chakra, taking the ingredients to create something. And then here we've got the yellow. How can we step into not allowing the mirror, not allowing, look at the tick tock on the clock, not allowing judgments, not allowing the reflections of others? How can we just pull back and really allow ourselves to grasp what's in front of us? Now, so it's like we've got an overlap here is what I've been shown. So one more is this structure. Oh my gosh. I told you. This is the ending of a cycle for you. This is that tapestry. How can we take the hook and turn it into a knot and create something? How can we let the wheel turn in our favor? How can we believe that the universe has our back? This is about manifestation for you, group number one. I feel it so much. I really, really do. Okay. There's those Hurons that rebirth. It's time for that rebirth. Okay. And it's like, and time to find the balance. Time to find the balance. Now, what's interesting is this is the structure, and the sun and the moon are coming in, and that's just letting me know, especially this moon. Look at this full moon. We're going to grasp something this full moon, is what I'm really feeling, and it has to do with the situation at hand. Remember, this is the energy for the next 30 days. Okay? So and as I'm looking here, I'm very drawn to the reflection. As this cycle closed for you, I'm drawn to the reflection. And how can we see not only what's at hand and what we're trying to focus on? Like many of us want the wheel to turn in our favor. But sometimes when we wait for that wheel to turn, we're not realizing that it's within us. We have to see the reflection. We have to see the calm before we can manifest what's in front. Okay, this is what I'm speaking here. That's so interesting. So as I'm seeing that, look at this. In this reflection, what I'm being drawn to is this plant right here. Gosh, I wish I could see what that is. And it's a nut. The nut, the fruition of the tree, the fruit to be ready. Okay? So this is all talking about this divine timing. The cycle is going to come to a close. And it's like, but we can't rush it, because what's happening now is developing the fruit so that it's ready to be picked. And what I'm seeing, it's not ready yet. I'm not seeing it's not ready. It's still maturing. Okay? So now we're going to overlap. This is the green. This is what's happening in that heart chakra. It's like we really want the wheel to shift. Okay? We really want to see some movement. But at the same point in time, we've got an overlap. This is your feminine energy that I've been talking about. So make sure that your angels are bringing you here, your guides have brought you here, your ancestors have brought you here more than anything, so that you can understand that this is not about boredom. This is about rejuvenation. This is about reflection. This is a time to look back, to let things calm. So it's like, yes, something just went crazy, but it's like at the same point in time, this is deeper. It's part of something deeper. So we've got this overlap with your feminine energy. And then look, now we're going to go into the pink. Okay. Now we're going to go into the pink, the world tree. Now this actually might be reflective of building off a last, actually I'm getting a message, double confirmation about what's about to come through if this was your reading last week. Okay. So if you went into the world tree, if you had these same cards come forward for you last week, it is not a mistake. It is not a mistake. And that's because it's all about the King of Arrows. Oh my goodness. We start with the Queen, and here we have, look at this. This is the overlap. This is what you're not seeing. Is this, as we go through this rebirth process, and if we stop focusing on the wheel turning, okay, if we really take this time to reflect and to understand that we're going through a rebirth, okay, so I'll pull back to grab something. It's like right on top of this is what's coming through is the pink, the healing. Here comes that King of Arrows, and we have an alignment. We have an alignment of this bird energy. We have the same direction. We have the same flow. Wow, this is so beautiful. I'm definitely feeling this energy between you and another. Okay. And again, I'm getting, it's all about the reflection. okay? It's like, and this flight, this air, okay, this air energy. So we have this coming together of the air energy, and it's like it's not time yet. It's not time yet. It's like as this overlap here, and this is in this next 30 days, okay? So look at, we're gonna grab onto something on this full moon. We're gonna let something go here. We're gonna, and look at, I'm feeling we're gonna turn away. Turn away. I feel for some of you that there's some energy that's come up that might be tricking you, but not tricking you in a bad way, tricking you because it wants you to go down a little further and to really take this time in meditation, really take this time to look and to rejuvenate so that you can let go of something by the next moon. And this is going to put in this alignment to this king and queen energy. So gorgeous. I have to tell you, it's gorgeous. And then look at the 10 of bows. So we started with the queen and the 9 of bows. And now, which was that energy in between, and now we've got movement and we're moving up, okay? And it's like we're going up to what? To our, I'm feeling the mission. Here's this 10, this ending, and this card talks about you have the ability to choose your vibration and frequency. Are you having a hard time lifting this load up, or are you super excited to get to the top because you've got this, I'm feeling a business, this new opportunity, because these bows are being sold to the people up here by the fire. And it's like, are you looking at it as work, or are you seeing it as an opportunity? And there is a difference. And look at, I'm seeing this X here. Wow. It's funny because I'm only seeing it as I'm holding it here for you. I'm seeing this X here. It's like, keep going. Your treasure is just in front of you, is what I'm feeling. And as I take a closer look at that X, I cannot even believe it. I don't know if you can see it, but I see a heart shape in the stone here. I've never seen this before. Wow. So right here is this heart shape in the stone. So it's like as X marks the spot, the treasure, the center within you. Okay. And it's like this, and here I'm hearing the word convection. Now, again, I'm getting oven, convection oven, baking. I don't know why this is coming in, but I sure am hungry. So send me some of what you're baking. That's very interesting. You will have to let me know how this comes in. Look at this beautiful full energy, how we can walk over the void and just go to the other side with all this grace and all this beauty. And I'm feeling this beautiful Peter Pan energy walking over these 7 chakras, these 7 colors, if you will. Love this as this has come in. Wow. Okay. So now we're talking about, now what we're talking about here. So we had the red, we had the orange, we had the yellow, the green, the pink on top, and now we're going to talk about the blue, okay? So now we're talking about our true authenticity, okay? That's what's at hand. This actually is speaking a lot to me, the 5 of bows, the empowerment, okay? But look at this energy here. I actually want to read this because I feel like it has a message for you. 5 of bows is empowerment. There's a message about this shadow, or this image on the hill. I can feel it in all. I can feel it in my bones. Okay? So 5 of bows, let's take a look, see. Forgive me. We're still on pile number 1, okay, just so you know. 5 of bows. Definitely a shift. Bows are all about your skill set, right? Okay, so here we go. What are we talking about here? Oh my goodness. 4 unfledged bow stubs lie like offerings before a mighty figure of the stern abyss giant, who holds the fifth in his hand, an ancient emblem of fertility. He has long been seen as the opener of the ways. Now, I'm really getting a message about the Tinkerbell and the giant, about the king and the queen, the polarities, the different poles. Look at, I'm feeling this so much. We've got the king and the queen coming up for you guys. We've got the green woman holding 2 different polarities. We've got the mirror here with this reflection of the moon and how it reflects off the water. Are you seeing a theme here? Because I talked about the fairy and the giant and the difference in between. This is really speaking to me. So, by facing and defeating our greatest fears, we empower ourselves and we grow more resilient and effective against adversity. This leads to the individual's belief that they can no longer believe that they are no longer simply powerless. The empowered individual ultimately has the capability to influence and affect the outcome of events and change perceptions. Wow, I am feeling this. Empowerment is the key to the attainment of one's destiny and the feeling of spiritual fulfillment through a proactive or positive attitude in life. And so, as I'm reading this, how it connects with the message. And this is the message in the green. Look at that, in the green. Okay? The white on the green. So it's like this enlightenment. And because I have the green and the green. All right? I keep coming with that. And now I'm hearing the jolly green giant. Okay? The jolly green giant. Wow. And there we have another reference to something that's being cooked. This is so interesting. There is something that's being created for you and you're not even aware. Okay, I feel that message it might be for all of you, definitely for some of you. And this is the authenticity. And as I'm talking about that, look at, it's like there's this sense of being burned. Okay, there's a sense of being burned. I'm actually thinking of you as you are something that's being cooked. So like there's a message here for some of you that the ingredients, like this is what your guides and angels are bringing to you. They're assisting you. You've been burned before. And so because you've been burned, you're focusing on the smoke rather than what's right in front of you, the message of what's right in front of you. And it's just showing this shift. It's like this shift has the power to lift you off. You know, I'm seeing kind of a phallic symbol here, but I'm seeing lift off. Lift off. Okay, is what I'm seeing. Wow. So let's go ahead and shuffle again. Let's go ahead and remember the Queen's energy. Wow. Remember where you've been planted with this beautiful grace to see things from another perspective. Wow. A lift up, if you will. Okay. So it's like, what are we talking about here as far as the color purple? What we mean by that, the color purple, is that passion. Okay, that's what I'm feeling relates to that Vesta in the channeled message. If you didn't see the channeled message for the collective, please go look at it. It's very important for all of us to understand the collective energy before we twist into the different components, to see things, the collaboration between the two, because it's all about the receiving, the receiver, okay, that allows you to become the seer. Okay, so what I mean here is I'm seeing in my mind's eye, I'm seeing that Vesta. I've got to find it because it's going to drive me nuts. I'm seeing that Vesta energy. Hold on, it's right here. I know it's right here. This is what I talked about in the original message. And you see this V here, this coming together. See how it's two energies? Wow, the king and the queen energy, this stag energy, pulling this energy down to fuel the flame, to allow you to see things in a new light. This is so beautiful. So beautiful. To see things in a new light. To see that the ingredients are being mixed for this healing at hand for you. Okay? Wow. And as these energies are within you, as we are part of the one of the all, it's like, what do you see for yourself right here? Which energy do you see for you? Is this you? Is this you? Because I'm seeing that this is your sacral. This is your creation, and this is going to be adding the healing of others. Wow. The 7 of stones. The healing at hand. I'm looking at this. And look what's wrapped around the waist. This wrapped around her power are those knots that I was talking about. Taking the hook, creating the new knots, creating your own fabric, your own fabrication. And this is what's going to give you vision. This is what's going to allow you to see things in a new light, blinded or not, to see that we're not here to fight, but we're here to heal from what was. And it's like you're creating this new structure. This new structure is being created for you here, okay? But it's being created based on this, how you see yourself. Because this flame is you and your passion and how you see your hearth, who you are, okay? So beautiful. I think this is gorgeous. Now, we're not really done pile number 1 because we've talked about some things here, but there's more, okay? So we've got this overlap. Now the medicine card wants to come in. We've got some fast-moving energy over these next 30 days. I was told to start here. Be loyal to yourself, okay? We're going to do 3 cards and 3 shuffles. So how can you root? Okay, this is the magic message you're meant to hear. Root, okay? The grouse makes a pattern on the ground. This is what you're being, the pattern on the ground. You're setting a new pattern. You're putting something new into, I'm hearing it takes 30 days to create a structure. And so this is, as I'm seeing this coral, the neural responses, it takes 30 days to create a new neural synapse. And that's so funny that I'm saying that. And how can we be in balance with this structure? How can we be in balance with what we've talked about? Because this is the magic that's at hand, okay? So this is like a really magical card coming up for you right now. I'm feeling that this card is very magical because what we're talking about here is this first card is for that feminine energy. And I feel those of you that chose this, it's really about your feminine energy. Yeah. Porcupine, moving this obstacle, okay? And look at that. I love it. Why do I love it? Because it says dolphin, but we're talking about the porpoise. There is no porpoise card. I'm going to take the porpoise here. So if you didn't hear the channeled message, it's very important for you to see because I'm seeing that there's a wish at hand. I'm seeing that there's something for you to grasp. It's all about finding the ebb and the flow of this structure that Spirit brought in for you. Okay, so this is what's going to go on this side of the feminine energy. Okay, on this left side. All right. Now we're going to shuffle for this middle, for your heart chakra. Look at that. Look at that. Structure, the structure change, and then oneness with that structure causes this shift. The whale in your soul song. I definitely feeling the Lemurian, the Venetian, Definitely feeling, I mean, that's the message that this card talks about, okay? Definitely feeling, and there's an obstacle, okay? So even though we're going down, look at all this whale energy coming up for you. And here we go. Here we go. To allow this transformation, it's all about the patterns that you create. The patterns that you're creating. We've talked about it with the hook and the latch and turning that into new threads to create the tapestry, to turn the wheel. Look at those, to create a structure, to turn the wheel, to bring this king and queen into alignment. And it's the king and queen of arrows, and the potential of this, my friends. Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. And here we've got a difference of 6. And so that the feminine energy, and I'm seeing kind of a pullback. So this integration, there's been a pullback, and it's like we've kind of feel like we've gone backwards, but it's integration, and you don't see that yet. You haven't grasped onto that yet. Okay? But there's a pullback here, and there's something you're meant to let go of. All right? So let's go ahead and see. Yeah. How can we be in one with how can we get in one with this integration? That's what's truly going to create the magic of this new pattern. Okay, as I'm hearing the number 77, as we're doing number 777 here in your reading, actually. So here's the magic. What have you been calling for? It's all about restructuring some of this some of this fight or flight, some of these automatic responses. It's all about, see the energy? That's what we're talking about here. We're really talking about the reflection of this 7 and 7 energy here. Okay, I'm definitely feeling it for you, my friends. So let's go ahead and find out, how can we collaborate with that magic? How can we collaborate with the magic that's coming in? How can we work with this dragonfly energy and realize that our angels are on the back wings, that they are showing us this iridescence, this color, because I'm seeing a vision of the dragonfly, and it's like, look at, you're being held here, staying put, the green on the green, rooting in. It's like we're waiting for these energies, okay? As I just saw a 111 and then 11 with the 56. So I just saw all these ones. We're waiting for this alignment, okay? Collaborating with the magic to have this healing. And it's like, as soon as you get liftoff, as soon as you get that liftoff, you notice, you come out of the shadows and you get liftoff into the sun, and this is where that iridescent sparkle happens. And this is what's coming forward for you, my friends. Okay? Now, speaking of the iridescent sparkle, the crystals wanted to come forward for you guys. Okay, we're not going to do any shuffles here. We're just going to do 7 cards talking about getting in one with this shift, one with this integration. Look at this green tourmaline on the bottom, which is really talking about your soul song, which is connecting to this whale energy. Okay, but we're meant not to go down into the depths. We're meant, as the porpoise, to swim in the shallows. To swim in the shallows. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at these energies for you. I'm sorry, let me just make sure. Yeah, no shuffles. Okay, so for your Earth Star chakra, we've got garnet, very protective. This is talking about the healing. You've been planted, this Earth Star chakra. You're sitting in this grace and dexterity. Something has come up. You're starting to realize why you've been planted here. And this garnet is literally the queen, the dragon, okay, is what I'm hearing. The queen's jewelry is the garnet, okay? A garnet is associated with the queen. It's very powerful. But when I'm talking about that, I'm hearing the dragon. Look at these colors. Do you see them? It's like this Earth Star chakra. This is this rebirth, but it's like if you only look at the dirt, you don't see all the beautiful amount around you. And as I'm talking about garnet, it's just like I'm feeling this power. Okay? I'm feeling this power. Pink smithsonite. That's so funny because I'm hearing When as soon as I held this card for you, this is talking about the structure collaboration. This is the six, the integration. And as soon as I pulled this, and as soon as I said Smithsonite, do you know what I heard and felt? Guns. Don't come out with your guns all ready to be shooting. Don't be the gunslinger, okay? I'm getting nobody wins that way. There's no standoff here. This energy is gonna come to a head, but it's all about riding above the emotions and seeing it from a different perspective. This is the alignment at hand for you, okay? I thought that was a one, but I'm sorry. This is the alignment. This is the what you're aligned to. Keeping those guns in the holster. Don't come out shooting, okay? I'm literally hearing, don't come out shooting. Wow, that is so interesting. And then here we go. Okay, paralleling with the mirror is the obsidian. Okay, and how can we stay in balance even though we feel like I'm getting this this is really interesting. I'm getting like a fluid. Okay, it's reminding me of like this fluid, like oil on top of water. Okay, and think about that, and think about the mirror of that and the reflection of that. No, I'm on pile number one. Okay, so it's like what I'm seeing here is like an oil slick. Okay, and the obsidian is coming in. The obsidian is coming in as an oil slick, but it's a warning to tell you more about what it pairs with. An obsidian pairs with willow tree. So how can we be like the tree? How can we stay in balance? And the willow tree literally is so beautiful. I have so many memories of the willow tree and how we can swing on its branches and jump in the water. So, how can we bring a little bit more play? How can we see things not so seriously? Okay. And I'm getting it's hard because I'm seeing this and I literally I like feel it for you. I do. I feel like something is really heavy around you. But what you're not seeing is the vibration. And that's what I'm seeing, okay? As I'm looking at this picture and seeing the black fluid like an oil slick, what you're not seeing is what I'm feeling and seeing is the vibration and how that oil slick is bouncing and how all that's going to bounce together and fall off. That's what you're not seeing. Okay, so how can we be in play, pile number one? How can we let our angels, as we come to the center, how can we let our angels look at that aura? How can we let this iridescent, how can we let our angels guide us on those beautiful wings? How can they guide us to make this new pattern so that not only we can turn the wheel, but we can have this alignment within of the king and the king and queen energy? And how can we just look at this? Can you feel the beauty? How can we be at one with this healing? Okay, that's at hand because this is what you're seeing, but this is what's in front of you. And that's what I was feeling with the vibration. I am feeling a little heat with you as well. And you're being are you being cooked? Wow, I'm actually really feeling the heat with you. This is really interesting. Is this pile number one's energy? Is this pile number one's energy, spirit? Wow. Okay. So it's like you're in the pressure cooker and you're being cooked, but remember, we're not being burned. Don't let the heat make you feel like you're going to be burned. That's what spirit desperately wants you to know, pile number one. Okay? All right, here we go. Speaking of that, celestite. Now this is building on this 9 because right away I saw the number 9 and here 1 with the 9, the celestite. That's so interesting. Celestite, I'm drawing a blank, but it pairs with I'm forgetting right off the hand. But how can we collaborate with the the magic? And celestite to me is really speaking about the crown chakra. Okay. And if you look at this, like I'm seeing all this energy. I'm actually seeing like this squid energy, this like, um, what is that? The squids, right? This is so interesting what I'm getting here. Okay, so I'm feeling all this squid energy, and it's like when you touch the squid, you get stung. But the porpoise is come in with purpose. The porpoise has come in with purpose because the porpoise, they actually feed on the squid. The harbor porpoise feeds on the squid. Wow. So that you have no obstacles to get to the center here. Beautiful. And this is that empowerment. Look at this falls under that empowerment, that shift at hand. And it's you shifting and seeing things in a new way. This is gorgeous. Okay. And the last little bit of advice we have for the crystals here is for you. Okay. Coming under that dragonfly. Here we have the number 23. Okay. Which really is kind of talking about that shift, but look at all the green, the moldavite. Okay. It's very mossy. It's very green. It's very earthy. And this is your overall theme, the green on the green. And it's like the deepening of your heart chakra is what I'm feeling here. The deepening of your heart chakra, the shift of the fifth of your heart chakra, okay, really comes from you here with the two and the three. Okay, and that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, because I'm hearing the structure. Look at this. This is how it talks to me. In between here is a four. I'm hearing the structure, the green on the green, and I'm being told to look at card number 2, the ingredients, not coming out with those guns blazing, right? Playing. This is the structure. And the 3, not allowing yourself to be triggered, turning your away, knowing that it's all about your vibration, all about how you beat in that hearth, okay? All about your worth. So it's like you may feel pile number 1. You may feel in some ways that this something has risen up and it's out of your control. But what I'm seeing pile number 1 is it's actually all within your control. Okay? And it's all about staying centered and keeping yourself grounded. And more than anything, believing, because we started out talking about some fairy tales. And we talked about specifically how Saturn is in retrograde and how we've got a hook and how we can latch and create a tapestry and how this is fed into pile number 1. But the first question is, do you believe in fairy tales? Because there's a lot of magic around you. So keep those guns in the holster. Let that vibration beat to move the things out of your way. And your angels are here to guide you. They really, really, really want to work with you. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to pile number 2. I hope that you enjoyed that. We had a lot come through there for you. Let me see. Am I missing anything? Nope. Front and center. Front and center. It's right here. It's all right here in front of you is what your angels are really, what I'm hearing from your angels is it's all been put right before you. So how can you reflect on this oracle? How can you reflect on this oracle? How can you maybe come back to it? Maybe come back at the full moon and reflect and see what's come forward. Because you're meant to be a healer, my friends. And we're meant to get you out of this ingredient stage and getting you to actually doing the healings. This is what's meant for you. Pile number 1, I feel it. Okay, this is the manifestation of your ingredients. I'm feeling a healer, and I'm also feeling a chef. I'm feeling a cook. But those who cook and put their ingredients together with love, right? When you throw the ingredients together, you create something really special, and that is just as healing for others. Okay? So that's what I'm feeling there for pile number 1. Let's go ahead and move to pile number 2. 124.10. Okay. Pile number 2. we've got some different energies. Make sure you look at the collective message, pile number 2. If you're just coming in, just for your pile, there's a beautiful collective message. We're talking about the next 30 days in today's oracle. We're going to be getting more and more specific, okay? So I want to highlight that. Also, if you were pile number 1 and you're still listening, I am going to be doing a diaptase and tulip meditation on Friday, 11:11 Central Standard Time in the morning. I work at night. So let's go ahead. I'm just laughing. Every time I say at night, I start to laugh because I think of SpongeBob. It is so hysterical. Okay, so let me put some of this away so we can get ready for you. Pile number 2. You are my, pile number 2. Who are you? I want to know. Welcome, Susan. Hi, Angel. Deb, what's up? Who is on here who is pile number 2? I want to know because you chose a very rare, very, very rare porpoise indeed. We're talking about the vaquita porpoise. We've also got the color gold coming in. We're going to get into the moon dice, but let's look at a couple messages here. When I went into your oracle and I found out what I was going to be using, I was going to be using this fire oracle, and I was told to start here on bottom. This is putting you on your mission. I'm hearing, though, what I heard when I saw this card is that potentially you were a monk in your past life. Okay. I was hearing lack mentality. There was a mentality that you had, pile number 2, that thought that it was a lack mentality. But here, the path you're on a new path and it's being blessed. Okay, is what I'm hearing. So this is what I saw, a new path, bypass, and look at that. I thought of the very first thing that came to mind was bypass, which is a machine, like when you have like quadruple bypass. So it's like this restructuring of your heart chakra. And look at this. It's like the incense is burning for your heart chakra. So this is all talking about when I'm feeling bypass, the angels are allowing you to bypass some energy. So before we get into it, let's go ahead and see what came in with the new moon. Let's roll the moon dice. What came in with the new moon for pile number 2? Let's go ahead and see how this is going to reflect in your reading today. We've got the number 3. Okay. And I am definitely feeling that this is related to Earth Star root chakra, number 3, your sacral chakra. I'm definitely feeling that. Okay. And look at this. Okay. I believe this is Pisces energy. Let me make sure, which is so right on. Yeah, Pisces. And look at that. I'm seeing the element of 3. We were talking about in the collective message at the beginning, we're talking about Saturn in retrograde in Pisces. Okay. And how is that affecting your sacral chakra? This is what I am feeling so much. Oh my God. I am feeling it like with so much clarity. And then we've got the planetary die that's coming for you is which one? Oh, Neptune. So we're talking about mysticism, dreams, intuition, psychic abilities, imagination, spirituality. I am feeling that there is definitely some beautiful energy here for you. And there is something to be learned in this Saturn retrograde, which will be over the next 5 months. And so here we're going to start. The path is blessed for you. Okay. And this is going to bring you to a new alignment. Okay. It's going to bring you to a new alignment. So let's go ahead and find out. We're going to do 3 shuffles, 3 cards. And look at this. 3 shuffles, 3 cards, a divine feminine healing. Okay. And we were literally just saw that in what we saw. Okay. So Archangel Michael is here. There's some cords to be cut. Let's look at this first card. Yep. The magic at hand. Okay, here's the magic at hand. Archangel Michael is here letting you know that your ancestors, okay, have some magic for you. There's some messages that have been coming. Keep your heart open. There's some messages that have been coming, and I'm hearing but. I'm hearing a but, because some of you look at yourself as the victim and some of you look as the victor. Now, what I mean by that is on his chest are these bison bones of sacrifice. And if you're looking at yourself as the sacrificial lamb, this is not exactly the type of energy that Archangel Michael wants you to see. He's rushing to your side because you have not been sacrificed. You have some deep cords to be cut, and this is the perfect time. This really falls with the right away. I was telling a couple of my friends right when I got into this energy that this was a great time to go down and cut siphons, cords, devices, contracts, implants, 5 different things that you can have severed. It's like, hallelujah. Okay. Don't worry about the sacrifices that you've made. It's time to cut the cord so that you can see what's about to come in, the magic that's going to flow in. That is what I am getting there. Now we're starting here, and this is in your Earth Star chakra. So I love that. We've got the Camel coming in, the Earth Star chakra. Your ancestors are letting you know you have aligned to something. And I'm getting that you identify with a sacrifice, but you're meant to keep your heart open. Keep your heart open. Okay. I'm feeling the tomahawk. I'm feeling that some of your skins have been, I'm getting a lot of different messages here, but it's not about the sacrifice. It's about understanding that you're being guided. You're being shown this for purpose. Keep your heart open so that you can see what's about to come back to you in a new light. Wow. Okay. That is what the red horse wants to show you and wants you to learn. And look at this look at this fire and ice energy that I'm feeling here. Okay. So I'm feeling that Archangel Michael is rushing in to ice. I'm feeling ice. I'm seeing ice on his wings. I'm seeing ice coming in to ice these emotions, okay? And these emotions, before they get carried away in the wrong type of vibration is what I'm feeling, okay? So on the Atlantean timeline, could there have been something that went amok there for you? Okay, this is just coming out of the Earth Star. This is the Earth Star chakra. Okay, this is what's talking. This is communication, and that is the Atlantean timeline. Now let's go in, because look at this, the Shekinah. Okay, the number 12, the balance. I'm feeling Earth Guardians. Okay, fast moving energy coming in for my Earth Guardians, for those who realize that yes, there were sacrifices that were made in the past, but that is to be severed, right? That is to be severed. So let's see what's going to come through here. That Shekinah energy, what is this fast moving energy coming in, the healing to this root chakra now is what we're doing. And we've got the number 33, ascended master number. We've got all this energy. Look at all this gold. Remember, we're meant to focus. Here's the golden energy, right? We were talking about lack mentality. How are we stuck in one certain version and not realizing? And when I'm seeing these, I'm seeing those 4 icons in the Bible is what I'm seeing. Those 4 icons of man, the lion, the bull, and the eagle. And look at this. I got to take a look at this card. Wow. Okay, look at this. Oh my gosh, I am seeing so much in this card, you guys. First of all, oh wow, I'm really seeing a lot with this symbol right above. I'm feeling the alchemy. It's like the structure. It's like seeing things from lots of point of views. And then look at here with this over here to the right. It's this beacon. Okay, over here to the left is this tidal wave. Look at it's a huge tidal wave. It's like, but it's like, look at this is in this, and we're told to focus on that sacral chakra. So how can we keep the tsunami, right? This is like a tsunami. This is like the waves are crashing in that sacral chakra. Something has you very irritated, but look at sources coming in. Follow the light. See the light, see the beacon, see what's in front of you, see the synchronicities, the sparks. Alchemize and see this in a different view. You've got the porpoise here with you, pile number 2. I'll take a moment. Is my purest intention, archangels of the highest light, for pile number 2 to activate their porpoise for their highest good on all timelines, dimensions, realities. And it's like the porpoise, the reason I just did that is because the angels told me that activating the animal wisdom and invoking the animals, I invoke their porpoise for them, is actually an energetic match. So I just did that for those that it's not an energetic match to, because we change our frequency and vibration. And when you're in the tidal wave, when you're like being tossed round and round and round, and you can't see, this is what's beautiful about having the porpoise on your side. They don't rely on their vision. They use escultation. It's called echolocation. Echolocation. And it's using the vibrations and the frequency to find what they need. And this is what I'm feeling is coming up for you. To rely on that porpoise, to allow yourself, to navigate, to allow yourself to be navigated. There's so much wisdom in allowing yourself to be guided. Okay? Wow. I'm seeing his feet like the eagle. Okay? Which is interesting that we're seeing the feet of the eagle, the talons. Being careful what we're going in to grab is what I'm hearing. Okay? Because it's like sometimes in this energy, when we're being tossed round and round and round and round, when we don't find that focus, like I'm getting focus on something, maybe going into meditation, focusing on a spot on the wall. It's like when you're turning and turning and turning, it's easy to lose focus, and you may not be grabbing what is for you. So how can you allow? I'm feeling the turns. I'm seeing it. I'm feeling it. And what is Spirit saying? Be open. Be open. This is going to go by really fast. You're being, this is energy around you. Okay. How can we find ourselves in the center? How can we find ourselves in the center? Wow. Okay. Now the third card coming up. That Shakina is still on bottom. I'm getting Earth Guardians for sure. It's like there's so much of you. I feel this because this is a kind of a combination of these energies. So here I've got the number 7. Here I've got the 33. Okay, Ascended Master Path. And here we have the number 37, the Rainbow Warrior, the masculine healing. The healing to your masculine, okay? And that's why we have to be careful what we grab onto, because when the feminine energy, that's what we're talking about, alchemizing, my friends, and when we're in that tailspin, when we're in all this energy that's tossy-turvy and we're grabbing onto things, that's really not healing the masculine, because really the eagle's coming in to fly, not to grab, but to see things from the eagle eye, from a different point of view. Okay? So it's like here we're looking up. Why have I been planted here? Okay? And it's like fighting within. I'm feeling like this is within an inner battle. And it's like you're fighting within. Like, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? And your ancestors are saying, nowhere. Let us show you. Pull back and look at things from a wider point of view. That is what I'm feeling here for you guys. Okay? And these feathers are falling, okay? You've got all these synchronicities. You're being guided, all right? I feel this with so much, actually. Okay? So this is actually what's been, now this is funny because look at, literally I said number 33. Okay? So why don't we read that for you? Because that was really synchronistic. The 33 is the activation between your sacral chakra and your higher heart chakra. And this is definitely wants to come to the forefront. So let's read these little messages for you, pile number 2, because we definitely want, we want you to be able to see that spirit has your back. Okay. So let's look at number 33 specifically. We've never really looked at this card together. So let's look at this card together. We're talking about the number 33, Archangel Kurubiel. All right. We're talking about illumination. One of the hands of the mighty cherubim angels, Kubriel, is a powerful archangel. Unlike the classic pictures of the chubby flying babies, cherubs actually have 4 faces. Wow. That of a lion, an eagle, an ox, and a human, which point to the 4 directions on a compass. The name cherubim means wisdom, and Kurubel's name specifically means the flames which dance around the throne of God. The thrones. When I first experienced a meeting with this force of an angel, I felt a huge golden talons like those of the eagle coming down from above me. I physically felt the sheer weight of this being as he perched on my shoulders. And are you feeling the weight on your shoulders? His eyes flashed with golden fire, and his wings blazed with lightning that came in multiple surges of electrical heat. Golden fire surged and spewed in sparks from his human mouth, which spoke. The request far from the light and fluffy, and although still loving, it left me trembling. However, although he may look and sound rather ominous, this angel really does have our best interests at heart. Like a cosmic lighthouse, he calls forth peace and light and sends it out in all directions. He uses his flame to ignite the highest heights of wisdom and knowledge within us, and he is here to help everyone on the planet awaken and ascend. So here's this message. Do not delay. The time has come to share. The time has come to share of your light. Be unafraid to speak your truth, for there are many who will benefit from your message. Wow. So it's all about creating this structure, my friends, to share your message so that you too can emulate the energy of this 33, this golden energy. I literally have written down number 33, okay? And that's literally speaking this truth, okay? About, and what I'm feeling here is about where you've been and about where you're going. The difference in this masculine energy, the healing to the wanting to fight and rip off the skins and make the sacrifice known, to being held and to into waiting and to understanding where you're going, to see things from a different point of view. Okay. Now the medicine cards want to come in. So that's what the angels wanted to teach you. Now we've got the actual medicine cards. Look at all this Indian energy, and we've got the medicine cards of the Indians coming in for you. We're going to do 4 shuffles and 4 cards, okay? So right away we get this bear energy, so revered, this shift in your energy, the shift to see things in a different point of view. And it's like a wake up call is what I'm feeling. Okay. I'm feeling a wake up call is coming in. And what we're talking about here, I'm looking at my notes here, just a moment. The next 4 cards, okay, because these are your chakras communicating again, okay, is what I'm being told, okay. So this is on that root chakra. This is the manifestation that you're meant to bring in. This 33, this beautiful 33. Now, it's like here we've got the raven on bottom. What have you been calling for? Okay, what have you been calling for as we head into this solar plexus? What magic are you trying to call into? Okay. There's that dragonfly energy. Wow. How can you collaborate with the magic? How can you collaborate with the message that the angels just brought for you? Is really what that's saying. The angels are on your wings, right? Look at all these wings. We see wings in every single one. Here he's wearing the wings. Here the wings are golden, right? And we're feeling on golden wings, the eagle wings. And here we see the eagle flying above. So how can we listen to the magic and collaborate? How can we take time to really allow ourselves to find the wisdom before we fly? This is about calling in the energy and also taking time to observe. Taking time to observe. Look at calling in the energy and then taking the time to observe and to not fly off, to wait for the inspiration. This is the healing at hand with you. Okay, this is the healing. The solar plexus, this golden energy is what I'm feeling. The alchemy, how we're alchemizing. Where down into this Earth Star chakra, this Atlantean timeline. There's an alchemy, and your angels want to lead you to it. Okay, is what I'm feeling. Now, here we go. We've got this is the end of a cycle. How can we keep ourselves in the current? How can we understand that your home is where your heart is? There's no place like home, is what I'm hearing. There's no place like home. Look at this is what you've called out for. There's no place like home. I just want to go home. I'm hearing Dorothy. She's got the power all the time. Where? In her ruby slippers. In her ruby slippers. Okay? There's that dolphin energy. Let's not call it the dolphin today. Let's call it the porpoise. And I told you that you guys chose a very rare porpoise. And in fact, do you know that they believe that there are only 12 of these porpoises left in the world? So you are rare indeed. And know that your mission is of the rarest and it's unique. Okay? And as this comes into your heart chakra, it's like you're being called to play. This is a structure. This is a structure that spirit has brought in with you. The porpoise comes in with purpose. Look at that wish. What have you been calling out for? Okay? Because it's within your grasp. Like, look at the eagle talon. It's within your grasp. But it's like when you're turning, when you're not focused, when you feel like you're turning round and round and you're trying to push something, you can't manifest that way. That's why we're being called to pull back and allow the magic to guide you, to allow yourself to come up and breach when you feel proper. Now, this is what's interesting about this particular porpoise. Is this particular porpoise is so rare, and it gets entangled. The biggest reason that it's actually the most, to be honest with you, this particular mammal, this particular porpoise is not only one of the most critically endangered species in the world. It is the most critically endangered species of mammal on the planet. And they have these beautiful silver colored with panda eyes. So here's that energy of this fast-moving energy. I'm feeling Archangel Gabriel with messages, that beautiful silver, but with the eyes of the panda. The panda, seeing the beauty in the balance between and this is what I love about this Gemini energy. It's like seeing the balance in between, okay? And they get entangled, and I'll tell you why they get entangled. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. I wrote this down in my notes. These are some channel messages for you. They get entangled because of in Mexico. This is where these guys live in Mexico, the vaquita, and they get entangled because they're looking for another fish, another critically endangered fish. And what's happening is these porpoises are getting entangled in the net. And so, because there's this energy, this is really kind of playing out like this, but it's like this fish, this totoaba, okay, is a real fish in Mexico. It's critically endangered, and it's seen as a delicacy in China. And they said I read somewhere that it's like just the belly. Okay, that's what's so sad. It's just the belly of this fish. And after 10 years, it's like $85,000. And so what I'm trying to tell you is it's like very rare and very hunted. And this is an energy. And in fact, I wrote down Getting the Wicked Witch of the West with Toto. I was hearing organized, and then, no, I was hearing that, that's so funny that I was just telling you, and there's no place like home. What are you calling out for? And then look at the animal wisdom is right there. And then look at number 10 that we just cut to. I mean, come on. And let's just keep going. I'm sorry. When this happens, this is where we started this whole reading to begin with as a collective, being loyal to yourself. Okay? So if this is not talking about the energies at hand, the Wicked Witch. Now, of course, the Wicked Witch, how does she get put out? With a pail of water. Okay? With a pail of water. So isn't it interesting that it's like we have this tsunami, we have this energy, this lightning strike, this heavy burden, and it's like we don't know where to go with it, and you're being called to really pull back. Now, this is the dolphin showing out, but I'm going to make this the porpoise. And the porpoise, most porpoises do not jump out of water. Okay, we have one that jumped out later in the piles, but most porpoises, there's not that much known about porpoises because they lay in the water. They get missed a lot. Unlike dolphins that jump up and play, porpoises are a little bit more shy, a little bit more in their hermit mode. Okay, so this is what's coming in, this beautiful structure, and that's what you don't see. And that's like you're going to be able to get out of that water of emotions. Okay, you're going to be able to get out of those deep emotions and be able to play. Look at, I'm just seeing this beautiful, this white, but it's like this spray. You know, and it's really interesting because as I'm saying spray, I'm hearing sea foam, and I am immediately thinking of Aphrodite. Wow. And as soon as I say Aphrodite, I am immediately drawn to, I'm immediately hearing Meryl Streep say, "It's Aphrodite" in the movie Mamma Mia at the end. When they're all dancing, and then all of a sudden there's this huge explosion of water. And this is what I am feeling for you guys. Okay? Now I missed the cut, but on bottom is the 44. And look at again. Here we are now talking about the 44. I'm actually hearing an echo in my left ear. Okay, message. We're going to read this for you. We're not going to read the whole thing. We've read the hummingbird medicine. It is so gorgeous. It is so divine. But what you need to know here about what this is talking about, 44, because literally, again, 44, I've got literally wrote down 4 shuffles, 4 cards, number 44. Okay. We're talking about this alignment that we're in now. Okay. So there's all these different structures, and this is letting it know how it resonates in your energy. So when we're talking about the 44, this is the energy. And it's like the hummingbird sustains itself just enough. It works, 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 works. It moves and moves and moves. And it gets enough to get from one spot to another. Okay. And it is divinely timed, and it always happens. And that's the message that's coming here about the hummingbird. I'm hearing the hum. I'm hearing the vibration of the angels on the back of your wings. Wow, is what I'm feeling. I'm hearing a hum, and we're going to have to really pay attention to the crystal in this position. Okay, so where are we? We're here now in the higher heart, is what we're talking about. Okay, so let's just read the poem from number 44. That's what wants to be read. So let me pull it out for you. Wow. As this is the last card. Yeah, it's the last card in this oracle. And I'm hearing save the best for last. Wow. It's all about joy. Hummingbird, joyful little sister, nectar you crave. All the sweetness of the flowers is the love you gave. Wow. The love you gave, the sacrifice. You definitely made a sacrifice, but what you don't know, and I'm feeling it, I am feeling it. You made a sacrifice for humanity, and you're unaware of what that was, or you're just coming into this knowing. And this is what this energy is about, this higher heart chakra. Look at this synchronicity. Holy moly. I told you I was feeling this sacrifice. This sacrifice. Now, the spider is a very powerful vibration, but here's the magic that I meant to share with you. My friends, pile number 2. Wow. First of all, pile number 2, I got to tell you that you definitely should watch. Definitely please come to the Dioptase and the Tulip. I'm going to be doing this at 11:11 on Friday, Central Standard Time in the morning. And I think you should come because I was hearing the hum, right? In the hummingbird. I'm feeling the vibration, and I'm very connected to this energy of what I'm feeling. This is in the higher heart. This is the spider energy. This is really deep, and I'm feeling it. You are definitely part of a group of light workers that made a huge sacrifice for the betterment of all. And look at this. You're following the steps. Look at that. 44. Here's 43. So here we go. 43 and 44. Oh my gosh. 7 and 8 makes it 15. You're integrating this energy, which is all back to the number 6. This spider energy is about subconscious scripts. Your divine feminine energy is really wanting to heal the subconscious scripts. The angels have told me, and this is what I teach in my class, that if you are doing healings that don't heal your subconscious script patterns, then they're really not assisting really you or anyone. Okay? But this spider energy is also telling us to look back at our creative spark. Okay? So this is a collective energy that affects all of us. The webs that have been weaved, and in a lot of ways, the shadows created from that. Okay? But you have the opportunity to kind of create, you have the opportunity to do what? I shared this in the collective message, to create your own story from here. The sacrifice has been over. Okay? And that's what you're going to find in this 44. We're at this activation. I call it activation 44. You're definitely on the ascended master path. You're definitely a rarity. I'm feeling you are at the I feel like you're the ground crew of the new earth. You're definitely made a sacrifice. You're seeing things. If you're seeing that as a victim, it's taking you off center because you made this sacrifice for the betterment of man, is what I am hearing. Wow. I resonate with this more than you know, okay? More than you know. And so I am paying this message forward. Why? Because the angels have come in. The angels have come in with this fire and passion for you. This Pisces energy, these emotions. It's like we're done with that. There's clarity coming from it. I can feel it. You're being held. You're being held. And it's all about staying in the center of this energy. Okay. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's talk about that number 7. What's that nut you're chasing? Wow. What is that abundance you're looking for? Oh my gosh, look at that. All the cards. Jeez. Wow. I can feel the energies. Okay. What is that? Hold on. I feel like I didn't really get it good. And then here's this coyote. Oh my gosh. Such beautiful medicine is the coyote. The coyote is like the fool energy in the Indian. It's like laughing at yourself. You know, here's that wish again, grabbing it, laughing at your own foolishness, seeing, allowing yourself to go, oh, wow, I didn't see it that way. Because I'm getting that this is much bigger than you know. Yeah. Listen to the magic of the vaquita, the endangered, critically endangered. You felt hunted. You felt hunted. You felt webs were built for you. Okay. And it's time to change that vibration. It's time to understand that, yes, it is a critical time. This is the animal wisdom. Allow the animal wisdom to guide you. You're definitely meant to be on a moon cycle. You definitely work with the moon. And in fact, the moon, I'm feeling Venetian energy. You're in tune with the emotions. You're potentially an emotional master is what I'm feeling. Okay. But this is all about a healing between stepping into your power. And that's that shift with that bear, stepping into your power. All right. Because we got 4. Number 4 is your solar plexus. And then number 4 is your imagination to create your abundance. Okay. To create your abundance. Wow. So that's what this fast moving energy wanted to bring in with you. But the crystals, they have something to say. And it's like, we're not done here. Okay. We're not done here. There's more magic to bring you into this new earth. Wow. Hematite is all about the new earth, the ground crew. Okay, so we've got some information coming about up with your higher chakras, okay? Because look at, we've had all these activations, pile number 2. You've had this, it's not I'm not going to say an overlap because I'm getting that you're going through all of this. So you've got an activation happening with your divine feminine. You've also got an activation happening with your divine masculine, and it's not really overlapped. It's just kind of all happening. And so you were brought here to get some clarity, to see some focus, to root in, to see what's being manifested here. Wow. It looks like a bear. It definitely looks like a bear here. Okay. So it's like I'm feeling the bear and I'm feeling this like queen. I'm feeling this queen wisdom. Okay. So let's get into the hum. That's what we were told. All right. And we're going to do 5 shuffles, 5 cards. So here's the first card. There's the garnet. The garnet is coming in. This is talking about the garnet. I was talking about the dragon. And the dragon energy is being paralleled right here. So look at number 33, number 36, 369. I'm feeling that this is all about the vibration of your heart chakra. Wow. Okay, I'm really getting a huge message here. Please tell me you're going to sign up for my class one day. I feel like you need it. I needed it. A lot of us need it. Why? Because we're being hunted. Because we are very big energies. Okay, I understand this. And if you have any questions, let me know. But this is coming in. This is coming in the 8th chakra, which is the well of dreams. The garnet is coming in. I'm getting this dragon energy, okay, is what I'm getting. And this dragon energy 369 is talking about a vibration. It creates the vibration of 432. And that is the vibration so that this energy leaves you alone. Leaves you alone. Deep, deep, deep alchemy made for that sacrifice to humanity. You made a sacrifice to humanity to help all of humanity heal this. I feel it with so much certainty. This is what's coming in that well of dreams. This is what's coming into the imagination, the garnet, the fire of the dragon. Okay, now let's look what's next. We're going to do a shuffle. Okay, we've got blue tourmaline. Okay, blue tourmaline coming in. This is really talking about stepping into that authenticity. And as you look at blue tourmaline, okay, still there's that 7 on bottom. Here's the magic. We're talking about number 9. We're going into our pineal gland. You want clarity? Oh my God. You guys, look at it. You want clarity? You want to have clarity, and in everything that you're doing, we're being told to look at the 33. Trust your divine feminine energies. Trust what you're receiving. Trust the messages that you're getting, because carnelian is the heat, is the fire. Look at this. It's coordinating in so many ways. And I just gave this attunement this last week, but we've got the angels of the fire. And carnelian, when it's heated, when you have the clarity and it's heated, it rises up the vibrations of all other stones, what are called Chalcedonian stones. Okay? So we'll see if any of those pop up. But this is what's coming up in the clarity. You want clarity? It's all about this 33 initiation. It's all about healing the divine feminine first. The divine feminine goes through, she has to heal before this divine masculine can heal. I feel like this, you know what? I have a question for Spirit. Hold on. Spirit, Archangel Jophiel, are you here? Do you work for the light, the highest light? Archangel Jophiel, is this referring to 2 different people? I could feel that. Okay. So I'm getting a yes. So what I'm feeling here is that this vibration within another person, these animal cards that came up in the 44, they're your allies to the vibration that you're getting from somebody else. There is like a mirrored energy that's happening between you and another person. And this is why this vibration is coming up. Okay? Wow. I was feeling that. Okay, I was feeling that. I'm glad I checked in. Let's look at, what are we trying to see? Well, we're trying to get on our mission here. We're trying to get in our purpose. The porpoise has come up. The porpoise has come up in this position. The animal wisdom has come up. Why? To help us find our purpose. The porpoise for our purpose. Okay? Again, I'm getting this vibration. I'm seeing this move. This is moving and it's shaking loose. It's shaking things loose. Okay? Wow. I hope I'm connecting the dots for you, pile number 2, of what I'm getting here. I hope this is making sense. I'm going to flip up and look at any comments, so leave them below. Yeah, it's all about that soul song, getting in that flow, the flow of the tide. This is turtle energy, the porpoise, the water, the undercurrents, getting in the current, right? This is what I'm feeling. So what's going to give you vision? Herkimer diamond, the diamond in the rough, the diamond energy. A diamond is created by coal and by fire, right? This is what's talking about how to get in balance with the shift so that you can go into your abundance. And when I say balance with the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, balance with this structure, okay? Balance with the structure, that's going to keep coming. Okay? So the animal wisdom is coming in. The angels are telling me that the animal wisdom is coming in as a guide for you. And will you allow yourself, I'm feeling the heat, will you allow yourself to collaborate with these energies that I'm exhibiting to you? Okay? That's what I was feeling with this change in the two. There's a change of two there. And it's like, are you going to allow yourself to come in collaboration? Are you going to keep your heart open and allow yourself to be carried? Are you going to allow yourself to be held and see things from a different point of view in collaboration with another? That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm seeing. So the diamond, I love that this is coming up in your third eye. Okay. I love that the diamond is coming up in the third eye here, the Harkheimer diamond. And this energy is really powerful. It's about expansion in your crown. It's about expansion because of the sacrifice that you feel so deeply. And and with this energy paralleling with it, it's like you have to carry everything with you. There is this element of feeling hunted. And it's about following the steps, my friends, to see things in a different point of view and understanding that the biggest thing here, the biggest way to expand your vision is to increase your vibration, is really what I'm getting. Okay? It's all about vibration and frequency, and that's what changes your experiences. And this is what the crystals are talking about, the double shift, the 55. If you saw my post for this on anywhere, I was drawn to use the 5-5. This is the activation of the 55, which is what? It's about aligning your heart and your vision together. And it's like you've been through so much. Let go of the sacrifice, let go of the hardship, let go of the burden, and allow yourself to, see with clarity. See with clarity on that 33. It all starts there. It all starts with this divine feminine night of the soul healing and wrapping that up and knowing that it parallels with somebody else, a significant, I'm not going to say a twin flame. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say a soul. There's definitely, I feel, a divine counterpart. I'll call it the black flame. I'm going to call it the black flame. That's what I refer to. A divine counterpart going through their energies. And this is why these allies came up. And this is the vibrations coming in to help you get your whole chakra system in alignment. Why? Because you are rare. Because you are an alchemizer and you are meant to step through these activations, to step through these doors, to see with your heart so that you can help others do the same. I'm hearing so that you can help others come into balance. So what are you aligning to? The citrine, the sweetness, the cleansing, the healing. Citrine is a powerful cleanser. It actually pairs with citrine pairs with sage. And so what we're looking for is balance. Look at this, number 66. Wow. All these ascended masters, because the evolution just keeps going. I'm hearing make new friends, but keep the old. Summer. What is the words? Summer, there's gold. Some are silver and some are gold. Magnetite and pyrite. Okay. I love that came with the cut of the citrine. I am literally currently gridding citrine and pyrite together. They work together as a huge manifesting cleanser. Pyrite is the fool's gold. We were talking about a new beginning. When this is the focus, focusing your energy and seeing things in balance, seeing all that was lost come back to you in a new way, in a new version. I love that this 66 is coming on the 11. It's this integration process that you're going through. And remember, in this whole reading for you, pile number 2, we're getting to really focus on your divine feminine healing. Okay? And this is what's coming in. I'm suggesting, if you feel called, to go ahead and grid magnetite or pyrite and citrine together. Use your pendulum. My pendulum is citrine. Okay, I love citrine. I'd show it to you, but it's on my grid. And I've been gridding this I've literally been gridding this since the beginning of the year. So for months. And maybe this is what's coming in. A powerful cleanser. See all this golden alchemy in the center here? Wow. And the silver is the conduction. Many people think that bronze is the conductor. Water's a huge conductor. You're the silver. Remember, you're the silvery with the panda eyes. So with the panda eyes, the panda, and I keep getting the vision of the Sacred Heart, seeing things from a different aspect, okay? From a bigger point of view. We've been getting that over and over and over. Wow, this is really beautiful. I hope that this is translating. I hope that you're feeling it, because as we go to the soul star, we cut to the 65. And again, we're talking about the steps, the gears that are shifting in your favor, the energies that are moving. And as you get into this in between stage, as you integrate these energies, okay, if you will, this is what causes the shift and the alignment, right? And this is what is coming up for your soul star, okay? So we're going to talk about your soul star, which is your connection to the divine. And do you see how we've been building from the bottom up? This is really important for those of you that chose this. Look at this. Wow, the cycle's over. Your angels are toasting to you. You get this new structure, and it ends this cycle of sacrifice. And the burden is released. Wow. That's gonna go on bottom. Sorry. I'm like, what was I doing? I was just like, whoa, your angels are toasting to you. And what are they toasting about? Look at that. Now, how did I knew it, but I didn't know it. But I told you, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. And how does Dorothy get home? But with her ruby slippers. With her ruby slippers. How does it become a mirrored image of the 64 and the 46? The toasting of champagne. There's no place like home. Wow. So it's just about following the steps, my friends. And this structure is what brings you into this new integration and starts a new cycle for you. Because every ending is a new beginning. Wow. Do not lose faith, my friends. I know you felt hunted. I know you felt endangered. But I have to tell you, this is all happening to you with purpose. So hang in there, my beautiful golden, porpoises, a golden porpoise. Now I will tell you, as we get ready to move into pile number 3, there is a connection to pile number 3. So if you, I don't want to be a spoiler alert, so I'm going to mention the connection, but if you chose pile number 2 and pile number 3, there is a bigger connection, which even intensifies the message that I got for number 2. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and go into pile number 3. Let's roll the dice. What is the energy that came in for you, pile number 3? Thank you, pile number 2. Come back to this on Friday, 11/11. I'm going to be doing a dioptase and diaptase, and tulip. Okay. And you'll be able to watch the replay. So if you can't make it, but I would love for you to join me live. It always strengthens the container. All right, pile number 3. Whoopa. Pile number 3. We've got the higher heart coming in. Number 6. We've got the Piscean energy coming in. And we've got Mercury. Okay, so look at this. We've got Pisces and Mercury. And this was some of the energy that we talked about in the original message. So the collective message, we were talking about this energy that we were getting of Mercury, the caduceus. So make sure you check out, if you just came here for your reading, pile number 3. This is about your mission. So please make sure you look at the collective message. It's very beautiful, I have to tell you. And here we are in this Piscean. Pisces today is coming up with the hook with Saturn, okay, this retrograde over the next 5 months. And how is this going to affect your higher heart? How is this going to affect, let's read on here, how is it going to affect your 6th house? The dealings with your health, your hygiene, your routine, your injuries, your pets, and your coworkers. So how is this bringing you into your unconditional love? What is this structure? Now, I've got a very interesting reading here, pile number 3. You are the Burmeister. It's called the Burmeister Porpoise. Why do I keep forgetting? The Burmeister Porpoise. I heard right away when I was going into your oracle, we've got the Keepers of the Light, and I was told to do no shuffles. We're starting on bottom. I heard the gods, Olympians, dream weavers. I heard master path. Okay, so those of you that chose this are on the ascended master path. While I was, while writing, I heard, okay, so while I was getting all your oracle together, I heard the word Titan, and then I heard the word giant, but I was told to separate it into G-I, ant, and what I heard here is step into your power. You are a collective worker. This new moon energy is an activation down into your into the gods, which is the Atlantis timeline, which is in your Earth Star chakra, which is the file cabinet, your treasure chest of everything that you have done. So that's what's setting up there. Okay, are we doing that next? Okay, we're doing this next. No shuffles. So here is what these cards from the Keepers of the Light, we're going to show 5 cards. We're not talking about chakras. We're actually talking about activations. Okay, we're talking about a series of activations is what I was shown. So this will resonate with you if you chose this pile. Okay, we're going to do a card. Okay, that's right. We're going to do a card and we're going to do a rune. Okay, so this is what we're going to talk about, different activations. Okay, and this may resonate, and we're going to see what comes, but this may resonate with activations that you've been through and activations that you're going through. Okay, now it is kind of interesting because I see the number 22. So I feel that I actually already know where you're at. You're at the number 22. Okay, so let's look at this collective Earth Star activation. This is something that Spirit has shown me. We've all gone through a collective Earth Star activation, and this is the activation number 11. Okay, so we're going to start with that first. What is this Earth Star activation? Oh my goodness. I love this because we were talking about this yesterday or last week, excuse me. Look at these energies, okay? And what I'm being told to tell you is, what do you see in common and what do you see, what is similar and what is different? So look at the new moon, okay, above each of them, first of all, the crescent moon. And it's like in this Earth Star activation, it's like you grew into your antlers, is what I'm hearing. Express your diving passion, sensual and sexual powers are increased. So, with this Celtic Cyranos life force card coming in, there may be a connection to pile number one as we had the inner earth come in. So, if that is true, I'm getting okay. If that is true, I'm getting that these activations are helping you discover your pearl, which is the renewal of some scars that you've undergone on previous timelines. Wow. Okay. So no matter what's happened, the first part of this activation, the 11, the activation of the 11, the ascended master path, which is the doubles. Okay. So this is what's been revealed to me as this is an activation between the Earth Star chakra, and the root chakra. Okay. So this is what I'm getting here for you, which totally makes sense with this card coming up. Now we're going to go ahead and choose and get some more information about this activation, about growing where you're planted. It's like you're receiving information. I'm getting your understanding to work with the moon cycle and the cycles of nature, and it's allowing you to hear things in a new light, but also not hear, but sound in general is coming to the forefront here. Wow. Sound in general. Okay. And what I feel here, I feel like there's this elven magic. Okay. So there's this alignment to really understanding what you're receiving, maybe. Let's see. Yeah. X marks the spot. You're going on a treasure hunt. You're going on a treasure hunt. You're digging through. This is what the first activation is about. So if you feel haven't gone through this already, I feel like you have. Collectively, I feel like we have. We've gone down into the treasure chest, Pandora's box, if you will. We've opened the treasure chest, and all the contents of the closet has come out, and we've had to clean and do a lot of cleaning. And I'm getting that you are now receiving, X marks the spot, you're receiving a treasure. So there is a gift in that receiving, okay? In every challenge, there is a gift. And so this is where we're starting, okay? I feel like there's a blessing coming at you. This is what's crossing your path. This is what you're not seeing, okay? And actually what I'm feeling is it's an increase in your gifts, okay? So this is where I'm feeling like it's sound. I'm feeling like it's channeling, listening to your own voice, listening to hearing things in a deeper way. You know, when I channel, it doesn't come through as sound, but it does come through like I hear my own thoughts, right? So I'm putting that out there for one or more of you. And this is talking about where we are right now. So those of you that chose this pile, you're noticing an increase in a gift, or you're getting a new gift. Okay? And this is because you're stepping into your God-like, into the gods. Okay? All right? The Olympian. You're seeing all this work that you did, and it's like you're seeing this develop into your craft, right? All right, now this is where I feel like you are. Number 22, the activation of 22, the activation of the builder, okay? So, oh yeah, we're not doing any, the heart awakening, okay? So I love that because that coordinates here. So those of you that know about this, the heart awakening is what we just talked about at length. We've talked about it at length for a couple times. I refer to it as the 33 challenge. It is the higher heart, is the awakening of the heart chakra, which is the inner earth, to the higher heart chakra. Do you see a change in the vibration and the frequency? Okay. And it's like, as you're doing this heart awakening and as you're having this unconditional love for yourself in this heart awakening and healing that divine feminine, Lady Nada comes forward. The Sisters of the Rose. I'm seeing the Well of Dreams here. I'm seeing crystallization on the soul chakra, okay? Or excuse me, on the crown chakra, which means that you have expansion in your connection, expansion in your healing, expansion in that heart chakra. Awaken to accept the divine love and give and receive in balance. Give and receive in balance, and seeing that as part of your structure and keeping you in balance and centered. Okay. Now, what's really interesting is number 22 also talks about the master builder. So I am getting that those on the ascended master path, those that found your way here, you're building a structure. You're building a structure. Let's find out more about it. It looks different for everybody. And this structure is the fue, the cattle. It nourishes. Oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. Okay. I'm hearing Hathors. I'm hearing Hathor energy, the cattle, the nourishment, the mother's milk, if you will. This is the fue. And it's talking about this alignment within. Now what's really interesting is I'm seeing it as a boat. I'm seeing, okay, this I'm also seeing, wow, I'm seeing lots of different messages here. Okay, but what I'm seeing a boat for some of you going in one direction, which means you're just going to keep turning round and round and round. That's why we need to build a structure for you. Okay, there's another stav that is the U, which is the U tree. Okay, and what I'm feeling here is that some of you that chose this pile, you feel like you're going around in circles, and that's because you're meant to build a structure that's in what? Balance, like Lady Nadia talked about, where you give and receive in balance. Okay, very important coming in this structure. And so you might be building a new structure for yourself. It can be something big, it can be something small, but this is going to lead to your abundance. And then look at, I also saw the number pi, which is really interesting because the number pi, 314, why am I getting March 14th? Wow. Okay. So yeah, I'm getting something kind of specific here. Okay. So how does that come in for you guys? Wow. Okay. March 14th. And could you possibly look back and reflect? Have you been building a new structure for yourself since March, since mid-March? What was going on in around March and what has changed? What kind, because March was what? Where are we at? We're in June. And so this is talking about the builder. This is talking about building a structure to stop spinning in circles. So what have you been working on since March? Where were you in March? And here now, 4 months later, okay? But I'm also getting that this initiation, you're building something and there's energies coming in through this heart awakening. There's energies that are going to come in and bring this into balance for you. And then I'm really getting this feeling, again, it's this Christmas time, okay? I'm feeling that elven magic is telling me Christmas time, X marks the spot. You're going on a treasure hunt. You're collecting the different parts, right? So this is the 22, the activation of the master builder, building in balance, building in balance, okay? And it's all about nourishing. So I'm getting that you, like, I'm feeling you're like the mother's milk, you're the nourisher, but it's really important to make sure that you're like a cow can't give milk if it's not hydrating, if it's not resting. And again, it's so funny that I'm hearing this message about happy cows are in California. Wow. So all about getting this sun, making sure you're not, being structured in. So I'm talking about a structure, but I'm not talking about a fence. Okay. I'm not talking about a fence because the Burmeister are actually really unique. They're all unique. There's 7 types of porpoise, But this particular porpoise, oh, water guardians. And look at this, black, the Earth Star chakra. Okay, so this is all about an expansion. Um, I heard you guys have a unique swish. You're black in color, emotional masters. And look at, I literally wrote down Christmas time because I could not get the Burgermeister out of my head. I heard Burgermeister. You're definitely on the Ascended Master Plan. You may even be a master yourself. The thing about it, and I wrote it down, is it feels like a yo yo. So there's been some ups and downs, and this is what I'm getting spinning in circles. We got to balance it out. You got to balance it out and grow where you're planted. This is about building that structure. How beautiful is that? All right, number 3, the number 3 activation. When I'm talking about the 33, which came in mega on the last one, we're talking about here. Here we go. We've got Hilarion. We've got the divine healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat and recharge and heal. Your light. Heal. Your light can support others. Okay. Look at all this light language. Wow. All right. What I'm feeling here, more than anything, than instead of being specific, some of you, it will be light language, but it's like you build this structure, you get into balance, and you really start to have this, like this heart chakra is really talking to me. You might have a dominant heart chakra, but look at all this green energy. But notice, I want to show you something. See the similarities? Do you see the similarities? It's like where you started and where you have evolved to. And so, what I'm feeling here is another development of your gifts. And it's like you've got this swagger. And I want to say, I'm feeling with the number 33, I'm feeling Christ consciousness. I'm feeling Jesus Christ when he was 33. I'm feeling like that is coming through in lots of different ways. I'm feeling a divine teacher. So look at that. First, you align to your gifts. You build something so you stop going in circles. And then potentially the divine healing is you become the teacher, just like Jesus. This is the energy I'm feeling. Let's see. Yeah, the staff, the birch tree. Okay. Now the birch tree is, got that white. It's like the white bark, enlightenment. The birch is also at Christmas time, isn't it? Yeah. And in fact, I've got my little cheat book here. I love this book. I read the Nordic runes. So let's go ahead and look at the birch, which is called I believe it's called the Berkheimer. Okay. Something's growing for you. All right. I feel like you've been through some obstacles, but this is what's coming in. I want to read from here. Just a moment. Da, 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 da. Yeah, the birch tree. It corresponds to the sound B. Oh my God. I knew I was meant to look in here, and that's because I told you there's a connection between pile number 1 and pile number 2. And it literally is bumblebee. Literally. Okay? Now, bumblebee is coming through in lots of different ways, and I'm not going to talk about it yet. Okay, let's stay focused here. Birch has the greenest leafed branches. Loki brought the luck of deceit. And that's what I was getting. You've had to overcome a couple obstacles. I'm getting, you've understood how big your energy is, but to bring it in balance, you also, I'm hearing my friend Nicoletta talking about how the bigger your energy, the bigger your shadows, right? The bigger your demons. But it's like what I feel with the Christ consciousness and all this green and the birch. And again, I'm getting by Christmas time. It's like you're going to be speaking in like tongues. You're going to be speaking in new languages. You're going to be making connections. And I feel like the divine teacher is going to emerge more than anything. And it's because I'm seeing through his eyes. And it's like you see the heart through your heart. You see with your heart. And that is what I'm feeling here more than anything. So I love how this, and then look, of course, we can look here, but there is a number 33. There is a 3 in, there's literally a 3. And it's like if you look on the opposite side, it's like a mirrored image if we flipped it. And this is what if we went boop, boop, you would see 33. Okay. But it's like you're not meant to see what's over there. And I'm also getting the right side. And this masculine energy is all about the feminine. Okay, this is so interesting. Look at this. The fue and the feminine, the mother's milk, building the structure. And then it's like the bee, the buzz, the will, developing your will, finding your way, the bee, the buzz, the birch, the masculine, being able to take the appropriate actions. And that's what I'm getting here with this double feminine. Oh, wow. Or double, excuse me, masculine. This is talking to me in such a big way, y'all. The double masculine, the twin within, that's what's making you go round and round in circles. There's two different energies there. And it's like with those energies, it allows you not to step into the 33, but I feel you're going to find your way. You're going to build the structure and then you're going to find the way. And what I'm seeing here is like this. It's like a door jamb and it goes back and forth. And you're going to be able to overcome these obstacles. Okay, you're going to be able to get into balance, if you will. I'm feeling Christmas. I wrote it down and I'm feeling it. And the birch is all about Christmas. Okay, but there's something more I wanted to read there, so I'm sorry. Just 159 is the page number because I feel like there's something else here. The connection to the bee was amazing. I mean, you could see that right when I pulled it up. But the bee is more than that because the bee is talking about not only what I talk about developing your will and having your own wings to fly with, okay? It's more than that. It's all about the vibration and the frequency of the bee because the connection between pile number 2 and 3, I wrote down bumblebee and it was the car bumblebee in the movie. What is that movie with the cars? And I wrote tuner. Bumblebee is it was one of the cars that would tune into the station. And here I started earlier talking about Maximus Prime. What is that called? Transformers. Okay. Wow. The Transformers. You're the transformer. And the transformer that I'm getting for you is Bumblebee. Those that chose pile 2 and 3. Okay. That is specifically coming up. And look at that. Number 33. That 3. The number 33. Like we talked about in the last pile. So that's just a little build off and a little clarification there. Okay, so I told you birch has the greenest leaf branches. Loki brought the deceit. Okay, but this is also seen as the rune of purification, fertility, birth. It's a symbolic quality associated with the birch tree. Okay, and it's all about if it's coupled with another one. The Ingu is, it talks about your ancestors. So let me just see if we pull that up. That's the I. Okay, so we'll just keep that in mind. All right, let's move on. Wow, I love that connection. Okay, no, we're not doing that. Sorry. No shuffles. Number 4. The number 44, prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven and ask and you shall receive. Now, look at the evolution. Are you seeing the evolution here? I'm seeing the evolution of the masculine. It's like going in tandem. And now I'm seeing the evolution of the feminine. Look at this. Do you see the evolution? It's like there's a shift. Here we're giving in balance, and here we're just connecting with heaven and asking, you shall receive. It's like we've come to center, we've found our center. It's not just a vibration, it's an embodiment. Wow. I'm hearing it's embodying. It's embodying the rose. It's embodying the healing for yourself and for others. And it has to do with prayer. Is there something in your structure that has to do with prayer and contemplation, wishes that you put out there? Yeah, look at, you're the writer. Okay? You're the writer. And this is what's leading to this 44. But it's like what's taking you on a ride. And this is where that connection comes in with the 44, which is stepping into your power. And it's like coming into wholeness, seeing the vibration of the ride and the journey, and understanding that it's a coming together of not just the rider, but also of the horse. And it's like, what's the vibration of the horse is what I'm hearing here. The number 44 is talking about the movement, the 4x4, the structure that creates movement, either in a home, like building, or it's creating like movement, like a 4x4 truck. Okay. But nonetheless, this is an alignment to movement, a coming together, a centering, as I see her in prayer, a shift in really, wow, a shift in your connection is what I'm seeing. A shift through the veil is what I'm seeing. And it's like it's understanding that this shift and this is what's coming through here is like is like the vibration of the horse matters. If you're going to ride the horse, it's about the synergy between you and the horse. And is the horse feeling like it's a workload, or is the horse feeling like a Mustang and feeling free? Do you see? And it's like, or is it the workhorse, and it's like feeling like have to. So it's like, this is the movement. And these are the steps on the ascended master path. And this is what brings you into this. I'm feeling this enlightenment. Okay. Again, I'm being called to read the writer because there's something here for you. Thank you, Spirit. Let me look it up. The radio. Oh, the radio. Okay. As I'm saying that, I'm hearing radio, and I literally said tuners. So this is another connection to pile number 2. If you chose pile number 2, you are tuners. So you attune others. Okay? You have a gift where you bring others into vibration. Wow, this is really beautiful. I am loving this. Thank you, Spirit, for guiding me back in the book. Let me read it. Norwegian, here we go. Riding is said to be the worst for horses. Regan forged the best sword. So look at that. Sorry about that. Okay. So let's read that one more time. Riding is said to be the worst for horses. Regan is forged the best sword. A swift black horse with a hooded rider pounds the woodland mile path. Sparks flying at its hooves strike the flagstone. Wow. Okay, so travel by land, going places, rhythm, movement, momentum, shamanic journeying, vision questing. And more than anything, my friends, Olympians, this is talking about challenge 44, which is the movement into the 12 labors. I'm feeling it with so much because I accidentally maybe went into the labors, but I built the structure of the Rainbow Bridge, and it had to pass this initiation of being in the labors. And let me tell you, I will never forget the vibration and the heaviness of the horse. it was such a dense energy of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. And so this is like this coming together of this energy and bypassing and getting movement to undo that, knowing that that is just a shadow, knowing that there is balance on both sides, right? Knowing that it's like, yes, you might go in there to go through that, but at the same point in time, it has purpose, because I'm getting it's all about back to this, the worthiness inside. Wow. And seeing things in a different light. Okay, let's move on to the number 55, the fifth card here. I keep cutting and I'm not supposed to. Sorry. The El Moire, an awakening presence. Now, this is the 55, okay? And this is like a double shift. And I love it because look at how he has this blue amulet on the 10th chakra. In my system, it's the 10th chakra. And this is pairing with this authenticity of the feminine side. Wow. Truly, really beautiful. And look at this combination of this structure. Okay, again, this evolution. Look at masculine, feminine, masculine, feminine, masculine. Okay, and look at this structure. Again, I meant to show you. Look at the evolution now. See how we're going from seeing with our heart, the eyes of our heart, to having vision with our authenticity, and awakening presence for others. The universe is with you. We're a cloak of protection and love. Knowing, and look at, we're seeing the cloak and the veil here, okay? We're seeing protecting your crown, your soul star. Look at how the hair is only showing on the right-hand side and the veil is coming over on the left. Wow, this is really beautiful. Okay, so let's see what the coordinating stav is for you. And all of this alignment in the back. Are you seeing how behind him, the structure is aligned to the front? And why am I don't know why, but I'm hearing dark matter. Wow. That's really speaking to me in such a big way, because I'm hearing the fabric of the universe. The fabric of the universe. And not only does he see with his third eye, not only does he have vision and authenticity, but he sees with his authenticity and the authenticity of others. So this is, I'm also getting like at this level, because this is just like a step ladder of changes that are available to you on the path. And it's one evolution after another. And look at, the ancestors are here to give you that lift up. Okay? It's like, look at, down X marks the spot. At Christmas time, look at this. I'm feeling this. You're going on a treasure hunt, and it's like we find this beautiful structure, which, by the way, is a fish. Piscean energy, and it gives you a lift, and it makes you feel more worthy, because on the side I'm getting more than. Okay, I'm getting more than here. This is the ancestral hall. This is learning with your ancestors. This is stepping into the authenticity, and it's like a fabric, a woven fabric. We're not talking about the wheel here. We're talking about the fabric, the interconnectedness of life. I'm hearing the flower of life, the fabric of the universe. Wow. And your ancestors are giving you a lift up here. So that is talking about the first 5 activations. Holy moly. Now, we're going to go into the medicine cards. And I'm being told here, no. Okay, what are we doing here? I'm sorry, just a moment. Oh, yeah, the medicine cards. No shuffle, the top 2 cards. And these are to be number 66. Now, when I hear 66 right away, I'm getting grace and gratitude, okay? But I'm seeing as activation 66, which is between the higher heart and the soul star, okay? Between the higher heart and the soul star. So for your higher heart, there's that dragonfly energy. There's a healing there. Observe and allow it to come in so that you can jump up and see all the reflections. Look at the shaman bag here. I feel like you are on this path. You are shamans. I feel it with so much certainty. And you're not aware that fabric is coming through here in the wings, the fabric of the wings. And it's like the patterns, they all have purpose. Okay, they all have purpose. Look at, I didn't even notice earlier, but this dragonfly is holding onto this blade of grass, which is blowing in the wind. And I say that because it's like leaning. So the wind is kind of blowing, all right? Maybe at this activation, we're up in the higher realms. Okay, I'm feeling we're up in space. So we're holding on, our angels are on our wings, kind of holding us down, right? And this is the healing at hand. This is the grace. I heard this is grace. Okay? And it's all about the 66, the grace for yourself. Holding on. I feel like you're stepping into your shaman. I feel like you're a cosmic shaman, actually. And look at that. All the piles. Every pile, the dolphin, or I'm going to say the porpoise, has come forward. Okay, I'm being told to add. Okay, so 49, number 13. Okay, the structure that brings oneness into balance within you. And this is what's activation number 66, unconditional love. And this connects you unconditionally to the divine. And your ancestors are giving you a leg up because this has something to do with the alignment down here to begin with, the quest to your life force and the evolution. Are you seeing the evolution? We're meant to see the evolution from 1 to the 5 and even beyond, from the 1 to the 6, to seeing, look at this, the air and the water. Wow, the air and the water coming together. The water guardians. I'm feeling that mermaid. I am feeling it. The mermaid energy into the fairy energy, and the story of the Little Mermaid here. Wow, this is really beautiful. So it's like as things are unfolding, my friends, you're being called to step into grace, to step into gratitude, to be into play, to be grateful to take time to go into, because look at number 6. That was meant to notice the animals that came forward. These are like your totem. I'm hearing your totem. Oh wow, your totems. So these are your totems. To the left, we have the feminine energy going into meditation, working with her angels, collaborating with the magic. And on the right totem for your masculine energy is with the porpoise, okay? With the porpoise specifically, is to remember what you wish for, remember what you grab onto. And also, I'm also hearing, remember what you wish for. You might just get it. And it's like the pathway. How can we be in the pod? How can we, most porpoises are off on their own. Is this the one that's very active? No, that's the next one. Okay, so it's like, but how can you go down and come up, keeping things in balance? This also talks about traveling between two worlds in this oracle. And this is the structure coming up. And this is why your ancestors are giving you a leg up. Are you meant to bring what the cosmos are talking to the masses? Wow. I'm feeling like this could be really connected. You see the messages of the stars and the planets and the cosmos, and you bring those down for others. Wow. That's really beautiful. So there's a lot of energy coming here into play. Okay, now we've got, of course, we've got to complete the shaman bag. We've got the crystals wanting to come forward for you, pile number 3. And when we're doing this, this is the energy with each activation. Okay? So, oh, no shuffles. My bad. Okay, so going here with our life force, and when we're starting at the bottom here, the vibration is the Papa Goit. Forget me not. You have not been forgotten, my friends. This is why this quest has happened. This is like a deepening message to pile number 3. You made this sacrifice and you haven't been forgotten. Okay? This is why you need to come into oneness with the structure, oneness with the magic that leads to your abundance. That is so beautiful. It pairs with forget me nots, a beautiful connection, a beautiful activation and expansion into the crown chakra with that, into your when we're talking about the vibration of this, it expands in the well of dreams. There's expansion in the higher chakras. Okay, that's the gifting expansion, the more interconnectedness, less in the background. Okay, and look at this. I didn't even notice on bottom was that 66. Wow. Okay, so here we go. We've got clear quartz. Now, clear quartz is an amplifier. So this is being amplified in your reading to really shift and integrate to align as you go through. Okay, I'm getting the number 11. So if you feel like you haven't shifted into what I'm talking about here for the 22, there is amplified energy at hand right now to really help you get that boat moving in the right direction, to get that nourishment into balance. All right. And here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on just a moment. The reason I have my phone here, back to pile number 1. Hold on just a moment. Okay, I'm supposed to use my phone here. I was told, use your phone. What does angel number 111 mean? It's not telling me. Seeing angel number 111 signifies confidence within yourself and motivates your own strength and decision making when opportunities are sent your way. One energy is like I'm connected to myself or just the universe, said Wilder. It's a green light, go. The road is clear. So this is the first thing that popped up, and this is the energy of the connection because this is the vibration 111. It's an alignment between those 3 energies. Now moving into the 222, what's being amplified? Just a moment. What does angel number 222 mean?
According to the Economic Times, this further means that angel number 222 calls for creating enhanced connections in an individual's life, including both personal and professional.
Okay, so I don't know if you heard that, but this is calling you to create enhanced connections in your individual life, both personal and professional. Okay, now what's really interesting is this was updated on May 23rd, 2023. Okay, so I'm seeing that 23 number again, and I feel like that's sticking out. So that's what was your angel. That was your angel message there on that pile. Now the vibration with the 33. Here's the amber. There's magic here. What you need to realize is amber uses the resin, and I'm feeling it like honey over you, and it catches all the irritants. Look at that with the bee. I'm mentioning that with the bee, and I told you about bumblebee, but we're also have um, and amber pairs with, I can't remember right now, angel number 333. The angel.
According to USA Today, the angel number 333 encourages to set plans into action and let your personal strength be the guide, to trust yourself and put thought into your choices.
Okay, to trust yourself and to know that the divine healing at hand, and I'm feeling this is the magic at hand for you guys, is this amber energy, okay? And what this means and how this manifests. This is ancient. This is a very ancient crystal, millions of years old, and it holds so much wisdom. And I feel like so do you. I feel so do you. And this is even a bigger if you chose pile number 2. That message here for the 33 is definitely meant for you. Okay. All right. Here we go into the 44. Smoky quartz. Look at this structure. We were talking about this. Okay, we're talking here about the rider and the horse coming together. And look at, if you look in here, you can see a coming together of different energies, and smoky quartz is actually I get a lot of different messages about smoky quartz, but I always hear smoke and mirrors. Okay, I am feeling that this is related to siren energy, and this might be why we're putting prayers together for others. um, there's this connection here. Let's go ahead and see what angel number 444 is going to bring up, because I feel like it's going to tie all together. And this is how we're meant to do it for you guys. Angel number 444.
According to Woman's Day, the angel number 444 tells you that your connection with the angels and the angelic realm is powerful and that you can trust the guidance they are giving you.
There you go. Updated on September 13th, 2022. And it's all about the collaboration and working with your angels. You don't have to worry about the smoke and mirrors, okay? Smoky quartz is actually a really powerful crystal, but it's like it helps you see things, it helps you see past delusional energies. And this is something that your angels want to help you with, especially with that activation. And I'm feeling this is with I'm feeling it's within you, but with many of you it's amplified. Okay, it's amplified with the rider and the horse, and I feel like it really is connected to a masculine energy as well, not only within you but also outside of you, a mirrored image, if you will, and about holding the vibration and frequency for you both is kind of what I'm feeling there. Okay. And the number 6 card is right here. This goes with the 555. Look at that. Aqua aura. Wow. Look at all these energies of this blue integrating integrating this authenticity, fanning the fire, allowing the conductivity. Wow, this is that emotional mastery that I was talking about, and how that fans your authenticity and allows you to see connections in ways that you didn't even know. And this is why your ancestors are giving you a lift into the 555, which is a number that many people see talking about a shift. So, angel number 555 message.
According to USA Today, the angel number 555 signals that changes are underway, so have faith in the adjustments you are making. Many people resist change because they're scared, said Summers. That has to be overcome because one way or the other, they are in a change mode and they need to just be open for the gentle signs.
So that's just, and this is just really kind of talking about this energy here. I'm feeling it so much with this emotional mastery, being able to come out of the water and being prepared to fly with the angels. Wow. So let's get one more vibration to see if that's going to pair with that energy. This is such a beautiful reading. And look at it's Crasocola. This leads you to your abundance. Wow. This is listening to yourself. The Crasocola is like a spiral. This is what I'm getting here, a spiral of energy. This actually pairs with gosh, I just wish I could remember right this moment. I'm being thrown off, but it like really brings you into a whole new stratosphere, a whole new stratosphere. Now, when a lot of people hear the number 666, they're totally thrown off, but we're going to do angel number 666. Angel number 666, please. Oh, I did that wrong. Angel number 666. Okay, here we go. According to Richardson, the angel number 666 has a steady, nurturing energy. So you might see this number when you're wanting to bring, I just took the very first one I saw, and look at the birds, the pelicans. Look at the flying. Okay. So, oh my gosh. All right, here we go. I'm sorry, just a moment. I didn't expect it to be like that. Okay, so let's just read this. Similarly, the number six has angel number signifies a need for balance and beauty. It often comes to clients when they need increase their self-care and center and ground and focus themselves in healthy ways. It's a beautiful because we receive so much when we give authentically and in a balanced way. So are you seeing that? It's all about the balance. It's all about the universe going out of its way to bring something right to your center, to bring the swirl in from the emotional mastery, from the depths of emotions into the air and flying with the angels. So gorgeous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This was a beautiful reading. I shared everything with you guys. I'm going to remind you that I heard that you are titans, the giants. It's time to step into your power and the ant and into the collective. Gorgeous. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Pile number 3. Speaking of the vibrations, I'm going to be doing a diaptase and tulip meditation this Friday, 11:11 a.m. Central Standard Time. I would love to have you come in and join and see what this is like. It's perfectly timed. It wasn't supposed to be until after the 20th, is what the angels told me. And now I know why, 'cause it's been a little crazy, right? So let's go ahead and move into the energy of pile number 4. We're going to start with the moon dice. 311. Oh, 311, 31. So we've got a lot of threes. 311, 31. Okay, I like that. I'm hearing balance, align, and then a new structure coming through that. Okay, so let's take a look see here. You guys picked oh, that's right. Okay, and we're going to have some fun here. Because as soon as I plugged into your energy, it's got the color white. We are referring to the soul star in today's reading for you that's being highlighted, that chakra is being highlighted for you. We're going to go ahead and roll the dice, but as soon as I went into yours, I was saying doll, and I was like, am I saying this right? And the angels told me, no, it's Dell. So we got the Dell porpoise, and these porpoise are they're black and white. They look like little orcas, and it's so funny because I saw, well, actually, it's so funny that this paired up because as soon as I heard Dell, I heard the song "Farmer in the Dell." Farmer in the Dell, farmer in the Dell, hi ho to Jerry, the farmer's in the Dell, right? And the farmer picks a wife, right? And we go all the way down. And what's really interesting is it's really hard to find a lot of stuff about porpoises because they don't really know that much about them. But what's really interesting is this is the most active and the fastest of all the porpoises. It's also the largest. They go 34 miles an hour, so that's the magic. They go really fast, and in fact, many people refer to them as the black and white blur because they go so fast. It's like lightning, and they leave. Now, the particular picture that you chose is jumping out of the water. But what they're really famous for leaving is a rooster splash. And so, isn't that funny how we have the farmer in the Dell and the rooster? And as soon as I heard rooster, Let me tell you, I heard cock-a-doodle-doo. And as soon as I heard that, I had a vision of Peter denying that he knew Jesus. And so there was something coming up here for those of you in pile number 4 about denying yourself. The word denial, it could be something you're denying to yourself, but in a lot of ways, I don't think this is a negative connotation. Let's go ahead and figure out more about it. Oh, and when I was building your structure for your oracle today, the first oracle we went horizontal. For you guys, we're going vertical. So it's like we're building a tower up. I'm getting a coming up like sunrise. And as I was doing this, I was told I saw 5, 6, 7, 8, and I heard dance steps. So you're being encouraged to dance with the universe, pile number 4. If things are going to be moving very fast. Let's see. We've got number 6 coming in again, that higher heart. We've got the sun coming in. Are you jumping out of the water to sun yourself? Maybe. We've got Taurus energy. Okay. So we've got the sun. We've got a lot of really positive. I'm feeling very positivity. I'm feeling solar energy. That number 6 is coming in kind of with that last message, building on that. It's all about this authenticity. I'm seeing like the sun, and with the bull here, with the Taurus, it's like perfect conditions to be a trailblazer, is what I'm getting. Perfect conditions to be a trailblazer. So let's go ahead and see beyond this. What are we talking about? We're going to start with, well, you're such a blur, that fast moving energy. Let's go ahead and look at what's emerging for you. Okay. What is coming up from below? Oh, look at, we've got the crown chakra on bottom. Yep. Are we doing any? We are doing. So we're starting with the crown. So there's an expansion happening here. Faith and bliss. The crown chakra is starting on bottom. But let's go ahead and figure out some information. There's that spider, okay? But I'm getting a mandala here. And about using the negative space is what I'm hearing. Let's go ahead and see what this has to do with. We're talking about your Earth Star chakra. This is really making sense to me. Making use of and the Earth Star chakra, Atlantis, the land of the gods. Remember, we were just talking about that, the land of the gods. I want to tell you that Arachne is seen as a shadow part to Athena. So let's see, what are we flipping the script on, is what I'm getting. What is emerging from there? What are we creating when we go from there? So in the Earth Star chakra, we have the heron. A lot of solitude. We're standing in reflection. Look at this glimmer in the eye. Lots happening at night, actually. Lot of communication coming in at night. Very stable in the emotions, though. And the heron, like the story I'm getting here with the spider and the heron, is the heron is actually seen as a bird, kind of like the phoenix. Okay. And look at all these colors, these pinks, these blues, these purples, the fire, some fire. Is there something that's being burned at night? At night. Okay. Once again. So this is what's coming up in this first position. How can we dance with the heron? How can we see the spark? How can we let our plume be where it may be? And it's like, look at, he's got his head in the dark and his feet in the emotions. So the Earth Star chakra is all about that. It's kind of like the dirt, right? And it's like if you start at the bottom, if you only see in the emotions, it's like you're going to miss the wide world galaxy. And so what I'm feeling here is this expansion in this vertical sense. as we're going vertically with you, is this expansion in this Earth Star chakra. I'm feeling like you literally were just planted, and in some ways, you're growing, you're nurturing yourself, and this is that solitude. You're kind of nurturing. Imagine like a seed being planted into the earth. The Earth Star chakra is in the earth, and it's like you're embedding into that, and this water is nourishing. It's nourishing, okay? And with the porpoise coming in, what it is, it's about staying close to shore, because there is this element of being able to ride to shore, okay? And I'm seeing all kinds of stuff in the background. I really am. I'm seeing the three fates back here. Wow. I'm seeing I am seeing like this tribal boat, kind of like a Moana connecting with the ancestors. I definitely am feeling the Egyptian timeline though. That's 100%. So I'm getting something at night from the Egyptian timeline is influencing this experience in your Earth Star chakra. Very dense energies. In the second chakra, right? No. Okay, sorry. I'm getting all confused. So, how can we lean into that stillness? How can we renew? How can we let go? See again, in between, look at, I told you the phoenix. It's like we have this dense energy. How can we let that burn off? How can we allow those to fall off? And this is the structure of the deer, the stag, their antlers fall off once a year. And how can we get in the stillness and the renewal? It's really paired up here. Okay, it definitely is. So we've got the hair on the phoenix energy at night. And then here, in between, we have this renewal. And that stag energy is reminding me of this Vesta, because this stag reminds me of another image in this deck, which is about the first house. And I'm getting like arrival, okay? The V, the Vesta. Which this is very interesting how this is coming together. So let's keep going. And there is kind of like a V in there, the victory, right? Coming together, the coming together of two sides to the center. Wow. Okay. Two sides to the center. So here we're building into your root chakra. Okay. And look at that spider wants to stay on bottom. And what was I saying? I was feeling the root chakra, I was feeling the Egyptian timeline. So there's this healing going on, generational healing that's happening. This is resonating with me in a very big way because it has to do with the thieves. It has to do with the spider energy. I'm very familiar. And this goes back and it affects all of this is a collective energy, my friends. Okay. This is a collective energy and it affects the divine feminine, and it's been carried for generations and generations. But as you heal it here, you help heal all the generations before you and after. And this is coming in on your root chakra. This is a manifestation. This is that I'm getting with the bull. This is what's trailblazing. The sun and the trailblazer. It's like the Egyptian timeline is on this timeline. And it's time for these energies to come into alchemy. It's time to leave them. It's time to create a new structure, a new ancestry, a new beginning. And it's a coming together of these really powerful energies. Okay. Wow. It's really beautiful. All right. As we go into our sacral chakra, there's wisdom and power there. Look at this beautiful card. The trunk of the water. And as the elephant is coming here, we're talking about the sacral chakra. We're talking about the water, the sacred waters of your divine feminine. And so that's coming up. And look at, and I was just saying, what does the elephant do? Is it takes the water and it pours it over itself to nourish itself. And here we were talking about what was foreshadowed in the Earth Star chakra. Now that you're being planted, now you're going to see this huge transformation, this red-tailed hawk phoenix, a creative awakening, a rebirth. And this is because you've been planted somewhere new. And I'm feeling it also has to do with this healing on the root chakra. And the healing and that root chakra is on the Egyptian timeline. And this is allowing you to burn off what was and to emerge into something new and to emerge into the blue. Okay? Into the blue. Wow. Gorgeous. Now, here we go. The rabbit's coming up. I'm seeing that sun, the strawberries. Okay, this is talking to me hugely. I just had a message with that, with the pairing that I got on the strawberry moon. Okay, is the strawberry moon here. Okay, this is really interesting. Now, it might be a sun, it might be the moon, right? But what I'm getting here is this linking together of strawberry with starburite, which is the path, the cross. It's talking about the fairy stone. Wow, really interesting. Okay. Oh, and this makes sense because now we're in your solar plexus. Okay. So now we're in your solar plexus, which is what? The house of your magic, your creativity, your solar power. And I'm getting this fertility creative. I'm getting this fairy stone is kind of the message I'm getting here. Let's see what's here. Yeah, this fairy stone, this ant, the giant ant, right? Patience. There's this new structure coming in. There's this working together. There's this working together with other like-minded. Um, and it's like you don't even know it. And it's like you can carry so much heavier. And this is coming in your and look at this balance. I just want to show you this balance. Okay, so it's like the first two cards are like at night, and then it's like we have the day coming in. It's all about things coming into balance. Okay, as we're talking about the solar plexus, we're talking about stepping into your queendom. We're talking about, every person in the colony has their job, including the queen, right? Including the queen. And it's like we nourish and we give. And this is there's this rebirth process going on. And so it's like, have some patience. This is where the overlap happens. Okay. So now we're going to do the overlap, just like in pile number 1, we have an overlap at the solar plexus instead of the heart chakra. Okay. Hold on. Earth star, root chakra. Yeah. Sacral, solar plexus. Okay. So we have this coming together. I'm sorry. What am I using next? So now we have the next 3 cards, the angel prayers. Ooh, look at, they want to talk to you about your spiritual abundance. They're blowing kisses, fairy dust. Now look at that. We're starting and I'm getting this fairy stone. We're talking about fairy dust. We're cutting to transformation, right? I'm like, what does that say? Transformation. Archangel Zadkiel. There's that violet flame coming in at night. That's what I was trying to chat about earlier. And this is the burning off and the letting go of things that don't serve you is going to allow this spiritual abundance to come into play. Okay. Which I think is super gorgeous. Now, it is kind of interesting that I'm noticing these feathers. Now, they're not exactly symmetrical. So I'm seeing like here on the left is this nice little flow, but it looks like here on the right, there's like a little bit of a tatter. And this is where that floral medicine has come into. So it's like we kind of had to go through, as I'm getting this overlap, there's this overlap here in the solar plexus, which is the house of your masculine. There's this little tatter, right? And so but coming into alchemy with this and what you're putting out there is what's bringing in this spiritual blessing. So let's see the overlap. What? Come on. Holy cow, guys. Spiritual gifts like no tomorrow. So here we are talking about, what are the chances? Spiritual abundance and spiritual gifts Archangel Raziel here, he wants to help you step into your power. He wants to show you your glow. He wants you to step into your solar being. He wants you to see with the power of the sun. Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling and seeing some seraphim angel wings. Are you a seraphim angel? Thank you, Archangel Raziel, for helping me channel my gifts and my talents. Wow. Okay. And I'm feeling a really big connection to this golden energy. So, did you get pile number 2? And is this the link in between? This overlap. Okay. This overlap is happening in the seat of the masculine. Now, what's really interesting is I talked about a masculine and feminine. This could be a relationship. Okay. Because what are the chances of these two cards coming together? Number one. And number two, it's like, look at, he's pulling in the gold and she's blowing it out, or she's receiving the gold and no, that's what it is. She's receiving it and he's putting it out. It's definitely a collaboration. Okay, I feel like there's a collaboration at hand between you and another person, and this is the overlap. This could be what you're not seeing. Wow, that's really beautiful. And this is happening in your solar plexus, where your queendom is. But like with those two energies, it's like, is there more than just a queendom? Is there a kingdom? Is there the sultan? Oh, that's interesting, because I'm getting like that Jasmine. She becomes the sultan. Okay, so it's like this emperor energy. Wow. Now, as we go into your higher heart chakra, literally that pink color, how can you let the music, lead you? Connect with music. And you know what we're connecting with you guys? The farmer in the dell, the farmer in the, that is so funny. I hope to Jerry-O, the farmer in the dell. And you know, it's like the farmer takes a wife, the wife takes a child, the child takes the dog takes the cat takes the mouse, and the mouse takes the cheese. And what's so interesting is I'm getting a message here about unconditional love for yourself. And I'm thinking about this oracle that's going to be coming with this book that I have right over here. And it's called Who Moved My Cheese? And it's a story about how the little people, okay, which that's coming in. And I'm hearing the Munchkins. It's so funny how the Wizard of Oz is coming in again. I'm hearing, I'm the mayor of the Munchkin City in the little wonderful land of Oz. Okay. And now the Lollipop Guild. We are the Lollipop Guild. I mean, I just don't even know where this stuff comes from. So here we have these songs coming in, but music is talks to your heart. Allow it to lead you. I'm seeing her singing crisscross applesauce. And I'm saying that for my friend Deb. Deb, I just came out for you. I'm seeing this guitar, the strum, the hum and the strum, and the legs. It's kind of interesting because it's like the left leg is supporting the right leg, and it's holding onto the guitar. So as she strums, there's a vibration. Okay. And connecting with music. Thank you, angels, for inspiring me through music. This vibration is going, in this connection with music and the dots that you're going to connect, another expansion in your spiritual gifts, by the way, is like the music becomes like an oracle to your heart. Okay. This is how music speaks to me a lot as well. And it's very beautiful. It leads you. And in fact, I'll probably go look at the farmer in the dell and have another beautiful message come through for you guys that really could happen. But how can you go to that song? How can you look at that song and say, hey, what's in that song for me? What's sticking out? Where did it come from? When did it come out? Like, what does it remind you of? What memory pops up for you? It's going to come in so many different ways, right? Okay. The synchronicities is what we're talking about. How do you know you're in your authenticity, my friends? The magic finds you. The magic finds you. Pile number 4. How do you know that you're your authentic nature? The magic finds you. This in itself is the spiritual abundance. Okay. Honor your beauty, your uniqueness, what makes you. Look at how she's holding her heart. And we just talked right below about the higher heart. So it's this coming together of this heart awakening, and look at how she's wearing this on her this olive branch on her right arm. So how can you, this is very interesting what's coming in here authentically. Archangel Jophiel, who brought this reading to you today, says, thank you, Archangel Jophiel, for helping me to discover my inner and outer beauty. And this is what she wants to help discover here still in June. Now, look at that. We're still here in June. We're talking about the energy of discovery. And if you haven't found it yet, it's like the universe is giving you an olive branch to go into this heart chakra and to really, funnel yourself in the green, okay? And to come out with new clarity, and the music is going to guide you. And I am getting this like um, Indian overtone here. Okay, now that could be um, a message in itself. Wow, I'm feeling the heat. Oh my goodness. How can you have unconditional love for yourself? See yourself in a new way. Because as soon as I'm looking at this, I'm feeling the heat, and I'm hearing Kalimar, Kali, and I know that that's the dark feminine. And I want to just put it straight that the angels have told me, and the angel prayers are letting you know that the dark feminine energy is not um, is not meant for us. And in fact, if anything, what we're going to understand, first of all, and the reason that you've been drawn to this reading, pile number 4, the farmers in the dell, is because there's a coming together within you and outside of you to really share this message that this dark feminine was kind of orchestrated, that it's not part of the journey that we're meant to have. It's an entanglement, if you will. And as I'm speaking this, I am thinking again about pile number 2, the entanglement, and how that leads to the gold. And the gold and the white. Wow. A gold and a white. The solar energy and the white diamond energy. Okay, so as I'm saying that with Archangel Jophiel, I really feel white diamond energy for me is Archangel Gabriel. And I feel like Archangel Gabriel has a message for you. And this is the olive branch that's coming in. So if Archangel Gabriel, this is not a synchronicity. If you feel that Archangel Gabriel has been talking to you, I'm telling you, he has a message for you how to step into this authenticity with the eyes, knowing that you are like, this is like wrapped in your own heart. It's like a higher awareness. Everything is green here. This is very interesting, but her eyes are amber. Okay. And I'm seeing this leaf energy. This is I'm going to leave this here. There's more to come. So let's find out. So this is talking about, coming into that authenticity, the number 7, your authenticity. All right. Now we do have more coming in for you. We're going to do angel prayers. Oh, I made a mistake here. Okay, I kind of wrote something wrong. Are we doing the animals next? The medicine cards? Do you work for light? Are we doing 7? No. How many? Any shuffles? No. Are we doing how many cards? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's a message for you to come into balance. Okay, so we're going to do 3 cards. You know, you see the angels, they show me how to do everything. So I just do what they show me. Okay? So no shuffles. So look at this. We're talking about that dragonfly energy, the feminine energy coming into balance. Okay, this is building. So here we go. First card, which parallels, I am telling you, the spider is coming up again with this solitude. Okay, the restructuring of these subconscious scripts. This is now, and this is what's interesting, is I'm here with the 43, the number 7. It's like we're going down 7. So we started back. So we went up 7 and now we're back down. And in the Earth Star chakra, it's letting you know about this energy, about the subconscious scripts, and about how this energy is coming into play. This is why you're being called into solitude here. And this is why you're not, don't see. Look at, don't, if all you look is with your eyes, all you'll see is the dark. It's like you've got to see and feel. You're meant to feel what's in between there. Okay, that's the message coming in there. So you want to come into balance. There's a structure, and it's like structure balance. It's all about structure balance for you. And what I'm getting here is how you see things. And are you focusing on your sight? Okay, because with this sacral coming in here, you know, if you're focusing a lot just on your sight and not focused on potentially your knowings, because I am feeling that you're a root chakra worker. Your root chakra is dominant, and if you focus on your sight, there could be so many imbalances throwing that off. You're meant to step into your knowings. You're meant to be, this is coming in as grandma spider. You're weaving the web. You get to choose what you see. Don't listen to those. Don't see with the eyes of the subconscious scripts. This is what this healing is talking about for you. Wow, that's really beautiful, actually. Now, coming in for the ancestors on that root chakra, coming into balance, follow the animal wisdom. It changes with the moon, it changes with the cosmos. This has been coming steps. Look at this, taking the steps for ages and ages and ages. And thank you to the angels right now telling me again, reminding me the 77 generations that came before us. Okay, so there's that special message. And this is the porpoise coming in. Follow the energy of the porpoise, follow what you're being guided today, and come back for more. And more importantly, work with the wisdom of, invoke the animal wisdom. So I know you're a vibrational match by the time you got here, okay? But you know, invoke the wisdom, invoke your porpoise, because I was told this is 88 hertz. When you vibrate 88 hertz, your body, your soul, mind, body, and soul, when you vibrate 88 hertz, you can invoke the animal wisdom, which is that cosmic shaman within all of us. It is an energy we all have. And this is what it means to be the chosen one. It's a strand that we all contribute to the ancestry of what? The all. The all. So the last thing to come into balance, we have the owl here. And the owl is talking about this creative awakening and rebirth. Okay. So this is literally talking about balance and how. And I'm seeing here with the 21, the root chakra and the earth star chakra. So really following before so that you can get lift off and then come back and grab what's meant for you. Okay. And look at this fabric that I'm feeling here, this tapestry. It's like you rise, it's like you can rise as high and then you can come. Here's this day and this night, this balance, okay? So it's like the red hot tailed phoenix, the hawk, the messages, they come during the day. How about being an early riser? That's how the sun's talking to me. Early riser to tap into this energy and then pay attention what you're grabbing onto at night, okay? What's coming in at night and how can that continue to guide you? Because look at there's this shark tooth and I'm feeling this magnetism. You're pulling in some things at the nighttime and this is leading to this balance, okay? And this is all in collaboration with working with your angels and guides, of course. Now we're going to finish up with the crystals for the vibration for the last four cards, okay? And I'm being told not to shuffle, okay? I'm removing those. So we've got the vibration, and these vibrations specifically want to talk about your solar plexus. So lots of threes here. Look at tons of threes. Balance, balance, balance is so important. You guys, I cannot make this up. And what are we balancing? The shadow of the spider. Do you see the spider energy? And it's like once you overcome and close that out, it's like you see the star within you and you conduct and you magnetize and you pull. This is what stepping into. This is what the spiritual gifts are. This is why you're a collaborative worker, okay? It's like you're part of the collaboration of the collective. I feel you're a collective worker. You've got these beautiful gifts that are going to help people connect. And it has to do with, I'm feeling it has to do with the spider energy, which is really talking about the malachite. It's really talking about oh my gosh, why? It's like I just got Malachite and Children of the Corn. It's these shadows. It's these shadows, okay? Something that you believed in when you were a child. Oh, wait, losing your child self. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, how can we reclaim our inner child, our authentic inner child? Because when I was getting Malachite, I was getting Malachi, who is the leader of the Children of the Corn. I hated that movie when I was a kid, but this is coming in with purpose because this is really telling me in a way that these vibrations, it's like you were raised in the dark, but I told you, you guys are, no, farmer in the dell, okay? So it's like you're the farmer, you're the one that can make things grow. Children of the corn. Now look at that. So look at that. Farmer in the dell, children of the corn. If we let these spiders, these bugs infiltrate, how can we nourish and have growth? And this is why we want to see with the power of the sun and see with our solar energy, our crystalline diamond. I'm hearing crystalline diamond golden energy. Wow. So beautiful. This is the vibration coming in here. The malachite, okay? The malachite. I'm really forgetting what it pairs with right now, but it's not important. The message has already been shared. Balance in that, and here we go. The fourth chakra, the third, and it's like that movement, like I'm being recalled that you're moving so fast, okay? That there's so much movement. It's like a blur, okay? And that blur is like you're being led through this very quickly, actually. Okay, so really step into these gifts. Archangel Raziel, he wants to work with you. He teaches the ancients, the ancient wisdom, the ancient ceremonies. He's got something special for you for sure. I can feel it. Okay, now this is also on the overlap. So the magic here is this pink opal, and it's really saying the same thing, you guys. Okay, pink opal. And you see the energies are really the same. This is the irritant coming in. And the opal expands and restricts depending on the temperature. And so it's like this is what's affecting your vibration. This is what's allowed with the spiritual gifts here about pulling these into balance. So, how can we allow, because when the heat comes in, it causes this expansion, right? And when the cold comes in, it causes this constriction and it pulls these outer parts in closer. You're so powerful, my friends. Whatever you see is what you pull in. Are you seeing that? So if you see these as coming in towards you, you'll naturally pull it towards you. If you see them going away, if you see your heart shooing them away, then you'll see that shooing away. You'll bring that inner child into that inner sanctum, is what I'm hearing. So the pink opal is really kind of showing the same thing, but it's showing you the element of heat now. Okay. And this is the magic that's brought in the 3 and the 7 to help you wrap up this stage, to take your power back and to step into that beautiful golden power that you're meant to have here. This is the overlap. Okay. That's that overlap. Now, going into your sixth chakra, connecting with the music, there's that pink tourmaline. Okay, so this is coming in, integrating. We're doing an integration process. Blue tourmaline is not just for your throat chakra, but I love that it's pairing here because when you have an expansion and unconditional love for yourself, when you feel that vibration, you do have an expansion. And look at it's like you go from this cold snowflake to this beautiful flower. Are you seeing this? It's like this snowflake to a flower. And what I'm getting here is a poinsettia. And what's interesting about the poinsettia, it doesn't pair with poinsettia, but I'm getting a poinsettia here. And what's interesting about that is look at it's on top of that barrier. Okay, this is extra double message if you chose the pile with the obsidian. Because remember, I told you that that was a vibration. So look at that, a change in vibration, a change in unconditional love. And it's like that's not even an issue anymore. We're going through the transformational process from the inside out. And it's like we see our uniqueness and then we see this poinsettia. And the poinsettia is coming up because poinsettia is very protective. Okay. It's very protective. And even though people think that they're all a bloom, they're actually leaves. They're just red colored leaves. Okay. But here I'm showing how your authenticity expands. It's like from this one vision, it's like from this one spark, it's like you see your individuality and then you expand and grow into this into these leaves. Okay, there's that leaves. Look at that. Those leaves. Okay, I knew that was going to come together. We expand into those leaves. Wow. So it's like you're in this integration process of stepping into your true authenticity. And look at this is the vibration, the last card for you. And as I'm looking at it, it's like it's not the last card for you because we're getting 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. And what we're talking about is collaborating with your imagination, unlocking. And this is what I'm getting here. It's like this is the olive branch. This is if you expand into your unconditionalness, it's like this protective power. And this is allowing you to step into your imagination to really bloom into your authenticity. Wow. We have anhydrite, okay? And what I'm seeing here as I'm looking at this, number 10, collaborating with abundance, which is what you're meant. Because from the beginning, you weren't doing that. From the very beginning, we're seeing everything in the black. We're seeing all the shadow. That's what we're seeing. This is talking about seeing in a different way. And what I'm seeing here is so gorgeous how it compares. I'm seeing feathers. I'm literally seeing feathers. So let's go back real quick before we end this of all the feathers that were shown in your oracle. So we've got the feathers laying flat and pointing down into the earth chakra. We've got the feather expansion and the burning of the feathers in this activation to your solar plexus. We saw the owl coming in at night. We also got the energies. What other and then of course we've got the wings, right, of the music and these leaves. So, but it's like what I'm seeing here is the feathers. And what I'm getting more than anything is like I'm definitely feeling this cosmic shaman. So, cockle doodle doo, what came first, the chicken or the egg? What are you denying? What are you denying? I'm being told to choose a rune. So, the question at hand is what are we in denial about? That we are greater than we think, that we are bigger than we think, that this is our time to change. This actually means this year, that this is your time, your time. And the magic at hand in your reading is the number 6. So it's all about that unconditional love, the blue tourmaline, the expansion of your uniqueness, and how that plants the garden and how that changes the vibration. And this is a divine timing for you. And I feel it's divine timing. And I believe we chose this because we need you. We need you to step into this spiritual gifts because you have a lot to teach people. You have a lot to teach. So, wow. What an oracle. Wow. Okay. Again, I just reading what comes through the cards. You see all this oracle here. We're going to end where we started. Hi, guys. Aw. Back to what fuels your passion. What allows your hearth to burn from the inside out and creates the beautiful rainbow connection, the communication with the cosmos within yourself and outside yourself, pulling you to your north, feeding this unlimited fire. So, if you didn't catch the oracle message at the beginning, please go back because it's so beautiful. I'm going to end here. This has been a gorgeous, beautiful time to hang out together. I'm sorry I didn't get to go into the comments, but leave them. I will answer all of them. Let me know your ahas. Let me know what comes up. Again, this oracle is for the next 30 days. Okay? For the next 30 days from new moon to new moon. So I'm sending you all love and light. May you stay balanced. And May 777. So may may luck be at your side, and may you know that that is created with your will. We'll talk to you soon.